The second.
Hell yeah.
Zap, zap, zap.
Okay, Scatman.
I'm a scat man.
Yeah. I remember that.
Everybody goes one way or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. If the Scatman can do it, and so can you.
I agree. Change top chat to live chat.
Live
So I can
chat.
see the less desirable chats.
Want to see all of the chats.
Copy that.
Less desirable chats. It's my kind of chat.
Most desirable chats are waiting for you, my lord. Hey.
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 Hi.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Chats.
What a strange person this guy has been to us.
Who? What?
The director.
Yeah.
I mean, he
I
gives
thought
us-
you were talking about
he
one of our
gives us-
fans.
I'm just saying, he gave us Stunt Rock and a movie we couldn't even do a podcast. We were like, this is too fucking boring. I'm not even going to release this
Oh, which
episode.
movie was that?
The Aztec Rex.
I thought we'd put out an episode for
We did
Aztec
ask. We
Rex.
didn't do Raptor Island.
Oh, it's Raptor Island we didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Raptor Island.
Yeah. We did Aztec Rex.
Okay.
Hey,
Sure did.
the BMFcast is live on our channel.
He directed Aztec Rex?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, add that to the list.
It comes up and is known for some strange reason.
What?
Yeah.
IMDb is weird about what it decides people are known for.
I think it's probably just what people are clicking on the most. It's probably some, like, well, people click on this the most, so that's what's going to show up.
Hi,
Makes
Bob.
sense.
How about
Drink.
Let me look at this trivia before we get strapped in.
So, we're supposed to see Bruce Campbell on Friday. Yeah, I think we're not doing that
Bruce
You
Campbell?
go double mask it and
at Florida Theater, but it's going to be too full of shitheads.
What is he doing?
Basically, showing Evil Dead 2 and then
Oh.
talking about it.
is he doing a Q&A afterwards?
Yep. Actually, I think it's before, so he doesn't have to hang around.
Yeah, it's just like, there's a movie. I'm out of here.
Yeah. He's like, you've all fucking seen Evil Dead 2. Y'all have it fucking memorized, so ask me some questions. And I'm going to make fun of you for them.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
When you had to cut off your own hand,
How'd you grow it back?
with chainsaw and burn notice. And
Did you guys realize that the book said farewell to arms? Because I thought that was pretty cool. It's like a funny thing, a funny coincidence that you cut off your arm and then the book you put on top said farewell to arms. Was that intentional?
You like
Because I noticed it. I added it to the IMDb trivia. It was
a goof.
it was
there
a
was
reference.
There was another one, but it did not contain as much detail as mine did.
I made sure to downvote it and then upvote my own so
And
that
then-
mine would be more relevant.
And then I posted my correction to Reddit, as was the style of the time.
I like that Kermit's a fan of Evil Dead too. He's just
I know.
like,
yeah, it's incel Kermit.
Hey, did you notice that there was a copy of Farewell to Arms? Hi ho, hi ho there, Bruce.
So the crazy deer head,
yeah.
was that a real deer head? Or was
Why
How did you-
was Freddy's glove included in the cabin on his way to find the chainsaw? Why was Freddy's glove included?
so I've watched both movies and I was misunderstanding the ending of the first because then you were back in the car in the beginning of the second one and then your girlfriend was different and then she turned into a skeleton and I don't understand.
I thought it's weird. She was like Bridget Fonda for a minute.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I stopped being Kermit. Sorry. Hi ho. I don't understand. I don't
But anyway,
know.
I-
I started. Or stopped.
Sadly, Yeah, I actually discussed it with Green Capped because he was going to be going too.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, we checked their refund policy. We're bailing." I feel bad because it was kind of like one of Jen's it was like an early birthday present. And I'm like, "Yeah, I think we better not."
What about
that.
2 masks? You're vaccinated. Wear 2
I know
masks.
I'm vaccinated. It's just that
You really want to sit there with 2 masks
yeah, for
and watch a movie you've
for
seen?
2 hour. Yeah.
I mean,
And it's
you can do
just-
the same thing that Bruce Campbell does. Show up for Bruce Campbell's segment and then
Leave.
bail.
Yeah.
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 Walk across the street. Get a cocktail. Walk outside.
I get anxiety being in a store with too many people in it right now,
Fair.
even with people with masks. So like a full fucking Florida theater full of people.
Are your seats in the balcony?
And no, I'm in the VIP section.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah, basically,
Those would be all the
she
rich
found-
people that
she-
aren't vaccinated.
She found the closest VIP. Like, there's a VIP seat, and then there's a normal seat next to it. So she has the normal seat, and I have the VIP seat. Yeah,
That's weird.
I assume
Is
I'd
it
be
like
allowed
when he was
backstage.
in the normal chair and I was in the fucking folding chair.
Yes.
Something like- but I assume I'm pretty sure it's like one of those deals where like
That's not even
I
the
don't
same,
know.
Chuck.
I could go to another area where he is and do something, but I'm not.
You're an
gonna
intern.
Fuck with that.
Not anymore.
Oh. Only when you get that kind of attitude, you're busted back down to intern.
Then I quit.
Oh.
I quit.
I quit. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer because like Friday's my last day at my job, and it was like, yeah, let's celebrate.
Yeah.
Go see Bruce Campbell. Have him make fun of me. I would have worn a obnoxious Hawaiian shirt, and
See, like, you're making fun of the Q&A. That's how it would have been like
yes,
30 years ago.
uh,
Today,
today.
today it's going to be some asshole who's like, at 39 seconds into the film, I noticed this mistake, and I was wondering if you would atone for it, Mr. Campbell. I think we fans deserve an answer and a recompense for our trauma. And then 35 more minutes of that.
yeah,
We deserve a thing, Mr. Campbell.
Actually, I've got to say, in the number of Q&A things I've ever been to, I've only probably heard one handful's worth of awkward questions that were just like, okay, next. Yeah. It was just like, yeah. I mean, it's honestly, I don't know if they do any kind of pre-screening. I feel like they do. It's like, especially the bigger ones like Dragon Con, because like, you've got to form in a queue to get up to the mic, and I'm pretty sure there's someone there just like, what's your question? And they just be like, get the fuck out of here.
If you ask that, if you don't ask the question that you told me you were going to ask, we're going to kill you. But first, we're going to smash all of your anime titty statues.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't think they employ enough people to do that.
okay. Gonna drop a huge yikes on everyone here.
The last paragraph
From the
of
trivia.
the trivia, yeah.
What?
Yeah, the redhead chick. She was 16 when they filmed this movie.
Oh.
That's a big yikes. Anyway,
How is that allowed? How is that legal?
I don't know.
She was
She-
emancipated.
Probably lied about her age, maybe? I don't know.
I remember reading that. It's in the FAQ. How did she appear nude in this?
Wait, the FAQ? Like
People need to know. Like, hey,
It was like how'd this happen?
yeah. One, she was emancipated. Two, more than likely, she was lying about her age.
Hmm.
But also, she was probably 16. But whatever.
Yeah.
She's not 16 now, so.
Yeah, and
And I mean, this movie just came out on Blu-ray, so someone would have had to have done some checking, and it would have been like, "Is this okay? Does it matter?" But whatever, gives a shit.
yeah, let's see that birth certificate. Long form. Christy Harris demanded know that I'm not a child pervert.
We're Christy Harris birthers.
She was actually born in 1975.
I mean, come on, she was
It
born.
was 77. She lied.
She was born in Georgia. There's no records kept in Georgia.
Christy Harris lied and people died.
Yeah.
Something like that.
She.
Either way, that's a yikes.
We are going to go on the assumption that she lied about her age and that she's actually 40 in this movie.
Sure. Why not?
A well-preserved 40.
Okay.
Zoe Trilling is a averagely preserved 40 in this movie, even though she was 28 at the time of filming.
Is that the Romulan girl?
No.
She was the one whose titties came alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
The evil slut.
Oh, the Sherilyn Finn looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Dollar General Cheryl and Finn.
Yeah.
Sherilyn
General.
And thank you for the congrats on the new job.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Sherilyn
working
Dollar.
nonstop for the rest of my life.
You keep workshopping.
Sherilyn Dollar. Yeah.
I'm just working until
General
I can
Dollar.
save $8,000 to buy a van and drive off into the sunset.
Well, patreon.com/BMFcast.
It'll take me
Help fuel BJ's
25
dreams.
more years to save up the $8,000 for a van.
You never know.
Unless someone PayPal's me $8,000.
Hey, Kurt was from Jacksonville, Florida.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that the tough guy?
No, it's the karate man.
Oh, the karate
The
man.
guy who had one karate move.
Ah.
Ha.
Ha. Oh, you mean that pervert that was banging the 16-year-old?
Right, yes.
Okay. Right.
The other guy looked like Garbage Day guy.
Oh, you mean Lad York.
Yes, I do. I mean,
Lad
Lad York of Jacksonville, Florida.
Lad York.
Lad.
Lad York.
He's known for Jag.
Jag. Jag
You
York.
ever see? You guys ever watch Jag?
Jag?
No.
Judge
Jag?
Advocate General.
Never
No, you
seen
should probably watch that
Jags.
along with
No, I watched
Pensacola
the
Wings of
Jag-
Gold.
I
Jake
no.
Weyerstow.
I got to go on record as saying they're pretty much the same quality.
I'm sure they are.
show.
Except Jag was on for 14 fucking years.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
it
it's
was
I don't think
created
you're
by
far
Don
off.
P. Belisario.
Yeah, I was going to say Jag had the power of Quantum Leap behind
Yeah,
it.
the power of Belisario. One of those at the end where he like rips the page off and it floats around.
No, that's Stephen J. Cannell.
Oh, so what was Belisario then?
I'm sure it was like lightning striking his name. or-
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I know. I just like doing all the outro
Yeah.
songs and
Sit,
stuff.
Ubu, sit.
Yeah, good dog.
Shows don't even have those now because they just go straight into the next show.
Oh yeah.
Some of
They,
them
they still
still
have
do, yeah.
Bad Robot.
Yeah, and then there's Frimulon.
Fremulon.
Yeah.
And then
There's
That's on Bad Hat
Harry.
Harry.
well, yeah. There's the
Not a
Always
doctor.
Sunny guys have their RGB or RBG or whatever their initials are. When someone kicks a ball against it.
Does
roll
anyone
down
still
door.
have Sit Ubu Sit?
No,
No,
Good dog.
that guy only had one show.
Really?
What show was that?
Family Ties.
Family
Family
that was
Ties.
it. That was the only show that was ever on.
No, it was not the only show that was ever on. But
There were other shows that were on.
I could swear
Shows
there were
that
other
didn't last.
Sit-Ubu Sit.
no.
I was gonna say, I swear that was on everything. Like, I could.
Worldwide Pants. There were some Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were like Nickelodeon shows that were Sit Ubu Sit. Oof. Good dog.
I feel like what was Night Court? Because I feel like I watched Night Court all the fucking time growing up. I feel like that had to be Sidubu Sit.
It was not.
Yeah, all right.
That was Amblin Entertainment.
I swear to God, I watched so much Night Court growing up, and I don't know why. I mean,
It was a funny show.
yeah. I just like I watched a whole lot of that, and it was like I feel like it was also one of the first ones to get like majorly syndicated.
It
Like,
was everywhere.
Yeah, it was
like
like-
6 o'clock everywhere
Yeah.
that show was on.
I feel like it was one of the first ones where it was just like this is everywhere all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the channel, Night Court. Unless it's the local Channel 4, and then it's the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
I remember actually asking why that was. The owner just likes that show.
Well, they had
That-
bought the library.
That's great.
They just owned it, so they could just play it whenever. That and MASH.
Oh, I was going to say we should do a podcast, but
Yes.
first we must hydrate.
Give him a moment.
He has to put liquid.
We want to talk more post-show
We gotta
jingles.
Pusho.
Talk about how he enters the room.
Post Malone jingles.
Man, Jag.
Jag.
Got Catherine Bell, am I right?
Yep. I just watched something that she was in and was like, why Catherine Bell?
Is it one of those Good Witch movies?
No, it
Army
was
Wives?
It was what was it? It was a mini series. It was triangle.
Is it
Like the
Jag?
Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, it was
Triangle
her
Jag?
and Sam Neill, and
Jag.
they were just hired to investigate the Bermuda Triangle, and then
Ooh.
some time travel happened, and it was dumb.
I'll tell you why they probably did that, because they probably got to go to Bermuda. Hang out.
And no, the whole thing was filmed in South Africa.
Oh, okay.
South Africa posing as Miami.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it was called Triangle.
I think this was old. Or
Like mid 2005. Yeah, 2005. Eric Stoltz.
Did you know you can tell your fridge to dispense a specific amount of water to you?
yeah, I'm very aware of that. I mean, you can't tell it. Like, there are fridges where they do have
Oh,
the
yeah,
voice
I'm
command,
sure.
and the faucets too.
fridge.
No, I saw like smart faucets when I was like shopping for shit that were like Google enabled or Alexa enabled. You could just be like, "Give me 8 ounces of water," and okay, thanks.
Alexa, make it rain.
You can do that because she doesn't live here anymore. But people listening at home are probably like, "Fuck you."
Well, they should have been listening on their headphones.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello, chatters who have just had their Alexas throw money and or water at them.
Again.
You should have learned by now.
Oh, I should retweet this.
All right. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right.
oh, retweet.
Retweet Twitter and stuff. Retweet. I forget about that.
Retweet it, man.
Yeah.
Do it.
So much effort. I gotta reach all the way over here for my phone.
The zero engagement I get on
And
my
then
Twitter account
And then I look.
bring us much closer to the win.
Effort.
Yeah,
I gotta find the tweet.
I know, right?
That Predator game is $12 on PlayStation Network right now.
Hunting Grounds.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we should try it.
Okay. I gotta fire up my PS5 and buy a game on there at some point anyway. So
Why?
I've pretty much talked
You have
myself in.
credits you got to use.
No, I've kind of talked myself in that I actually want to play that anime fighting game, the Guilty Gear game, because it kind of looks fucking awesome.
They do a good job with those.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
like the way those games look.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's PlayStation and PC exclusive. So,
Mm.
but the good thing is my Wrap 4, that Arcade Pro nice thing, works on the PS5.
Oh, nice.
So
And that's a good thing.
yeah, so
Sweet.
I'll already have a good fighting stick. So
Kick ass.
that's the idea.
Do you have a flight stick?
I do for the Xbox.
So you've been using it too.
No, I
Xbox.
literally jumped in Flight Simulator long enough to just be like, all right, yep, that's a flight simulator.
This simulates flight.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been using mine much lately. Are you looking to borrow one?
Nah.
Okay.
I do have a week off, but nah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
if you
I
want-
don't
if
need
you
to-
want to try Squadrons or Elite Dangerous or something.
No, I don't need to. I'll do that, and then I'll be like, "Hey, I spent the whole week playing Squadrons, and I own a flight stick."
I bought an entire flight simulator setup
Yeah.
because my new job is so rewarding.
That I'll never be able to use.
Yes. My wife threw it out immediately.
My wife. Yeah. That's basically what it's going to be. It's going to be like, "Hey, look at all this money. Hey, look, I work literally all the time."
I do dream of like one day just having the space and the lack of caring what anyone thinks to do like a racing simulator / flight simulator setup. I know, in one of the rooms, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like
Yeah,
start
you-
like do one and but like the coolest thing would have like one PC that can run both, and just have like one. You only have to worry about one brain, but have like two rigs, like have a swappable.
Well,
racing
yeah,
thing.
I mean, if you build either, you're halfway to the other, at least.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could make. I'm sure people have like, oh, here's how you can like make a swappable.
I'm sure
deck
there's something you
between
can,
steering wheel and.
I'm
rudders
sure there's
and
something
all
you
that.
could buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should just
But
get a
are you
yoke.
thinking like the big 3-screen
Yeah.
panoramic deal?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Peasant. I mean 8 screens
Well,
at least.
the thing is like, I don't know if I would do that or like go for like one good like 28-inch curved monitor, and just have it like kind of sort of feel like it wraps around anyway. Like I feel
No, I feel like you'd do that, and then you'd be like, "I need more."
I need
I mean, the thing is
curved
like,
monitors.
you know, you could do one curve for the main and then put like some cheaper ones on the sides, and
Yeah.
you know.
How do they handle the rendering on that?
What do you mean?
Is it just like spread across multiple monitors,
Well,
or do you have
yeah.
like multiple video cards? How?
It treats it like usually they treat it like one image. I think like whatever that crazy super wide resolution would be. I think it treats it like that, and then the software on the NVIDIA or the AMD side splits it between the monitors.
So it's like, you know, like 3500 by
Right.
1440.
Well, I
or
mean, an
whatever.
ultra wide is like 2160 by 1080 usually, or
Yeah.
or,
So it'd be
or
like
twice that if it's
5500
a
by
4K ultra
yeah.
wide. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
yeah. I guess it also depends on what, because there's like 21 by 9, and then there's like even wider aspect ratio ones.
Yeah.
There's some crazy shit.
Yeah. It'd be weird having the money to be able to buy a pinball machine, like one of the Sterns, and just do like, you know, the circuit that they all do where it's like, I got the new Stern. And then, you know, I got sick of the new Stern. So I got the next new Stern and sold the old Stern.
Yeah.
But I have a wife, so that'll never, ever happen.
Don't think I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you buy enough pinball tables, you will get rid of the wife eventually.
Yeah, I'm aware of that part too. But
No, your wife's lovely.
yeah, I
Don't get rid of her.
actually, I kind of like her.
Should keep her.
I don't know how she feels about
She
me.
has
but-
awful taste in husbands, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she still wants me to stick around, but I figure until she says something, I'll just hang out.
she hasn't kicked you out yet.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, it's going great.
Mhm.
I mean, she bought me Bruce Campbell tickets.
That's true.
She's trying to get you the Rona so she could kill you off.
Yeah. Do you have life insurance?
No,
No.
Oh, good plan.
Yeah,
don't
maybe-
don't have
Good plan.
life insurance.
No,
That's
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's-
that's encouragement.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because one day they wake up and are like, sweet money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're disposable.
Yeah.
yeah. The problem is murder's so hard to get away with now.
Yeah.
Like so many things are traceable. It's
You can get away with it for a
I
good
know,
20
but-
years before someone comes along a podcast.
Yeah, I was
about it,
going to
so-
say,
Yeah.
like, you know, there's like that entire investigative discovery channel. You just watch that all day and get some tips. I mean, feel like you can figure out what not to do.
yeah. She just does like HGTV.
Well, there
Luckily,
you go. So you're just going to get composted.
Yeah.
Which is not bad.
and
You're
now
gonna
it's
get some-
it's all BBC shows on HBO Max,
Oh,
man.
so you're going to get baked greatly.
Yeah, like Great Pottery Throwdown.
Oh,
And what's the other one? Doghouse UK.
Okay.
Doghouse UK is pretty good, actually.
okay. I don't know.
It's basically just people adopting.
I
rescue
know about the
dogs.
Great British Bake Off or the British. It
Uh,
doesn't have
the
like
Great Pottery Throwdown.
doesn't it have like
is a
3
lot-
different names depending on where it's being broadcast?
It is
Yeah.
the Great British Bake Off in
The
the
UK,
UK,
yeah.
and it is the Great British Baking Show
Show.
in the US because Pillsbury owns the rights to baking competitions with the words Bake Off in
Wow.
them.
We live in the worst country.
Yeah.
Our country sucks so much.
You would think that maybe Pillsbury would want to like host
Nope.
this
It's not there.
thing.
Yeah.
If I was Pillsbury, I'd
Would
be
you
like,
really want every episode to be like, guess what Pillsbury thing you have to bake this week? Like Top Chef is bad enough.
Honestly,
with
like-
that shit.
Well, like British shows generally aren't that bad, and GBBO, I think they'd be like, all right, we're just going to put Pillsbury on all the flour containers. I'd be like, this is what you get.
Yeah.
This is going to be good enough because a lot of people love this fucking show, you numpty.
Numpty.
And then I would
Is
win
that
the-
one on HBO?
Numpty? Yeah.
No, Great British Baking Show, whatever.
I think Netflix
The
has
Pillsbury Bake Off.
Yeah, actually I think it is on Netflix.
that. Netflix has it. I
Okay,
think.
well, we have somebody's Netflix login, so
I think I
we'll
have
watch
mine.
it there. Is it yours?
I think so because
Oh, that's right, because you gave me a 4K one.
Yeah, because I have the 4K package. No, well, I mean, it's also crazy because like just to get the 4K package, you can do like 8 simultaneous streams. So it's like clearly you're encouraging me to share this, especially with the price it is now. Jesus,
What is it up to?
it's like $20 a month or something.
Fuck,
Stupid.
I owe
Yeah,
you money.
Whatever.
I ow you money.
I don't care.
You can give
Let
it to
me
me.
give you money.
You've bought me some food occasionally that I've probably forgot to pay you for.
Give
You've also fed me at your house several times. So yeah, there's that.
There's that. But
give me the money so I can buy my van.
What van? You need to buy a van?
You missed a
Oh,
whole
you
conversation
missed
10
the
minutes
van
ago.
conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to buy
he
a
just
van.
needs $8,000 to buy a van and then just roam the earth like Kane from Kung Fu,
Oh,
That's
except in a van.
Yeah.
all right.
I'll still like
What do I
Skype in for the
do?
podcast.
Do I get something out of this?
You get to be rid of me.
Dude, that's worth the $10.
He's gonna hit me in the face with a checkbook.
I'm in. I was running
You
the
know what?
numbers.
Yeah, your logic makes
Yeah,
sense. You've talked me into it.
Yeah. Carry the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Shall we podcast?
All right.
yeah, we might as well.
Now that I
Yeah.
have denigrated myself with Harlow's help, we are in a good mood.
Integrated. All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Hey.
Yeah, we're back, and it's
Woo.
episode 513. 513, I don't know.
You're goddamn right. it is.
513.
You're exactly right.
That sounds
I had to
right.
guess.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of this here BMFcast is we ought to be watching ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. Then we come in here and talk about them. At the end, they get ratings. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 Jacksons and Robot Jaws.
Robot Jaws.
I
Robot
like
Jaws.
that movie a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But there are bad movies.
There are.
Stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags and giant bags of trash
Ooh.
that we sometimes
Ooh.
put them in.
Ooh. Throw it out.
Bin 'em.
Yeah.
Yuck.
So we are revisiting. We're doing a sequel to a movie that we covered the first one 9 years ago.
11 years
11
ago.
years ago. Jesus H.
2009.
Okay, that was
Oh,
where
wow,
that's
that's-
where the 9 came from.
That's way early.
2009
That's like
years
first year.
ago.
That's early. Yeah, we did Night of the Demons way back when. Probably my fault. It's one of those that stuck in my craw from like seeing it at a young age. That one back in the day.
A lot of people feel that way about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like that movie.
It's memorable.
Well, it's
Having
just-
now seen it as of a couple of days ago, I can see why people were like, "Yeah, that movie."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
yeah,
Linnea
yeah.
Quigley's boob mold,
It
right?
is. Yes.
Right, yeah, that's the movie. Yeah, we did Night of the Demons 2 from 1994.
Yeah.
11 years later, we're here.
Yeah.
Right. We took longer to get to it than they did to make another one.
So, Chuck, you recently watched the first Night of the Demons.
I did, yes.
And you listened to our podcast on it.
Yes, I did.
What were our ratings? I'm curious.
Favorable, like 3s and 4s.
Okay.
Yeah. And Silent Jen also enjoyed it.
Wow.
Nice.
That's how long ago was she actually watched the movies with us?
Yeah.
Those were the days, man.
Occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
We had silent guests all over the place,
Yeah, people hanging out on the couch in
Guest-
the back of the studio.
guest hosts.
It was charming to listen to no one know who Linnea Quigley was.
Oh.
Yeah,
we're
those were the days,
There
man.
was that skanky girl with the lipstick, and Harlow was like, Linnea Quigley, she's in a lot of these. And y'all were like, really? All right, well, whatever. And also, y'all didn't want to talk about the lipstick scene. You wanted to save it, as you didn't want to spoil it for the listeners. You were like, you should check out this movie and just know that there's a lipstick scene. And like, you never talked about it. It was really weird.
Oh, really? We just didn't even
You
talk-
talked around it, but you were never like, yeah, she jabs lipstick into her
Yeah.
titty.
That's
So.
the only thing I remember.
Yeah, y'all were very careful to be like, should we spoil that? No, let's save that. Okay, moving on. So
We did that a lot back then.
it was neat. It was nice.
We were like expecting people to watch everything that we had reviewed, where I think the majority of listeners never watch.
Oh no,
I haven't watched the majority of things we've reviewed,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
why should they?
right?
Yeah, we're like, wait, but Going Ape, you should watch Going Ape. People are like, no, I'm never watching Going Ape.
Well,
Sorry,
there's some good stuff. in
I've
Going
never
Ape.
seen Going Ape.
You should watch Going
Is
Ape.
that the Donnie Marie movie?
No.
No.
Going Ape is the one with Jessica Walter and Danny DeVito and Tony Danza.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Did they go ape?
Yes,
Oh,
What was the
what
Donnie
a
Marie?
twist.
Is it Going
Spoilers.
Coconuts?
Going Coconuts.
Yeah, that was a different Going movie.
Wasn't that your 100th extra episode?
Yes. Going Coconuts. We stopped Michael Bay season to watch Going Coconuts.
You dumb fucks. What is wrong with you?
He directed several Donny Osmond music videos, so we were like, huh?
Yes.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
Yes.
He-
Michael Bay directed like 3 or 4 Donny Osmond music.
that one album that was
Including
big.
including this weird one where it's like Donny Osmond is having a festival in the desert and sweaty, attractive people are like slow motion driving.
Yeah, that was
Mad
that,
Maxing out into the middle of the desert. To
that
see
was
Donny
his
Osmond.
hit song of that era.
Yeah,
That Donny song.
like it actually looked like the intro
This
to
is
the.
like being in an extra episode.
Well,
cool.
it looked like the intro to the Grand Tour, like the very
Yeah.
first episode, where like everyone's just driving out to see them, but they're going to see fucking Donny Osmond anyway.
So you mentioned Mad Maxing out
I did.
tangentially. Director of this movie, Brian Trenchard Smith,
Did he direct a Mad Max?
directed Stunt Rock and BMX Bindits,
He's from that region.
as well as Aztec Rex. I'm trying to tie it back here, people. Trying to rein it back in, even though I'm the one who untied the knot first.
Yeah.
You did a good job. I'm proud of you.
He makes crazy movies.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Stunt Rock, an all-time classic. BMX Bindits,
Good accents.
classic episode.
Good accents.
That was one of-
Episode, if you
That was
will.
one of our better episodes,
Yeah,
not
we-
necessarily one of the better movies.
Had a
we've
lovely
seen.
outdoor mall.
Do you know why?
Best
Because I was not here.
Oh.
You weren't here for the BMX Bindits?
You were here for the Bindits.
You were here for the
Yeah,
Bindits.
That's the one with
Shut
the
up.
dance BMX fighting, isn't it?
No, that's
no,
rad.
That's rad. Okay,
We're talking
yeah.
about Nicole Kidman
Yeah, I
in
was here.
BMX Bindits.
That's right. I was here for BMX.
Yeah,
You are
you
absolutely-
better
I get my
yeah.
BMX
Holy
movies
shit.
mixed
I
up.
know, we've
I
done
get-
so many.
I get them BMXed up.
God damn it. Amelia, writer written by Joe Augustin, who wrote the first Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
Amelia Kincaid, also you may have seen her in Night of the Demons, as well as Breakin' 2.
Right.
Christine Taylor, he's in Showdown. What is Showdown?
Showdown's a movie. Kid comes to a new school and makes friends with the janitor to beat up the bullies.
Oh shit, Showdown. I remember Showdown. Yeah, okay. That's a bad title for Showdown.
It's a very generic title, but that movie's
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Also, Nickelodeon's Hey Dude.
yeah.
We haven't reviewed Hey Dude.
Well, I will.
Bobby Jacoby of Iron Eagle and Tremors.
That's
Tremors. There's a good fucking movie.
That's a
right
good
there, people.
filmography right there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
He
in
should have just
Iron
quit.
Eagle and Tremors.
Iron Eagle, Tremors.
Yeah. Done.
Night of the Demons
Seal it
2.
off.
Yeah. I'm out.
Yeah. Merle Kennedy of Dolman and Convict 762.
I swear, every week there's someone who was in Convict 762, and I don't remember that movie having a big cast.
And actually, I believe she was a way deep cut. She was in Bad Trip.
Oh, snap.
Bad Trip.
If you're still out there listening, Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
right,
was-
that movie. Y'all met him
Actually,
at a
no,
convention,
it's,
right?
it's not
And-
her. It's someone.
No,
someone
no.
else in this movie was in Bad Trip. No, I can't remember. Who it
I've
was.
never spoken
AKA
to Ethan
Tyrone.
Suplee.
Oh,
I mean, other than the communication to us.
Yeah.
okay.
But wait, one of the I thought it was her, but it's not her. It's somebody else.
Okay.
But I don't feel like going through IMDb to find
Fine. Someone in this movie
it.
was in Bad
And
Trip.
lastly, Zoe Trilling of Amityville, the garage sale one.
Is that 4? or
Yes,
3?
it's 4.
Okay.
It is the one that involves a garage sale.
The ones that every Amityville after seemed to draw from.
Where
Oh
they're
no,
like-
a spooky lamp!
This cuckoo clock was in the Amityville.
Oh no, it's gonna kill us when it strikes 12.
Now it's a boo-boo clock.
so
Like
many,
being
Dollhouse
inside-
is
so many
haunted.
plots launched from the Amityville
Yes.
estate sale.
Because they like blew up the house and lost the rights to film there, so then it was just like, I don't know, this broom came from there, so now it's spooky broom. Yeah.
Yeah. So Night of the Demons 2.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
It's a very 1994 movie
yeah,
to me.
I mean,
like
plot-wise, it's super simple. It's kids are in like a Catholic reform school type place that's co-ed. Somewhat. It's weird. It's like they're all like separated off to different areas or something, but
The dorm buildings are too close to one another.
right, yeah. And no one ever says like, "Hey, you might want to pull your shades." But
No.
yeah, so it's a lot of dudes spying on ladies and ladies like lusting after dudes, and then it's Halloween time, and the sister of the original Angela from the first one is now going to this school because she's all fucked up because her family's all fucked up because
Family's dead.
well yeah Angela disappeared / turned into a demon, as far as her family was concerned. Both her parents committed suicide, which one girl is very overly enthusiastic about when she hears about that.
Oh, yeah. Go on. Suicide,
And then
huh?
basically just like, well, it's Halloween. I'm going to secretly plan a party at Hull House where all this shit went down and not tell anybody. And things go wrong from there, basically. That's really the entire plot. And
It's-
it's like the same
yeah.
thing from
Man,
the last
it's
one.
a really weird back and forth that this movie never settles on one location to do all its shit in. It's like, now it's over here. Swerve. Now it's back here. It's like, no, we got to go back. It's like,
Yeah, it is a little strange because, I mean, they seem like they give themselves a disservice by having to have 2 locations for that long. I mean, it seems like
Yeah.
the idea of the first one was like, yeah, go into an old abandoned house or a set that looks like an old abandoned house and just stay there.
well, the swerve of it is kind of neat of, we escaped. We brought some of it back with us. Now it's here.
Right.
if the movie had just finished in that second location, that would have been fine. But
Right.
it's almost exhausting that it's like, oh, we got to go back again. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, this
Just
is one
wrap
of
it
those
up
movies
here.
that feels way longer than it is.
Yeah, because it doesn't have an act structure. It's just, it's.
But I mean, I also feel like perhaps I'm doing it a little bit of disservice by just saying that the plot is that simple and generic because
Well, I mean, it,
There's-
it
but
takes
it
over.
is.
It takes place over the course of maybe 2 days at most.
right, yeah,
The day before Halloween and Halloween.
yeah. But I mean, what this movie is doing correctly or fun is that everyone's kind of a caricature of a person.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, like the nun is like one of those like I have a yardstick and strict rule and this and everywhere it's like leave space for the Holy Ghost at dances and whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone else is just like I don't know. Again, you kind of have the goth girl, but the one that was like a little too like oh they committed suicide. All right, and then
She's into it.
yeah, she's into it. I don't know. Everyone else is kind of generic. I mean, as far as like I
You
wouldn't
got the
even-
dark-haired girl, the
Yeah.
blonde, the redhead.
Yeah.
You've got the jock, the other jock,
The jock's best friend.
The nerd.
Well,
the third jock.
Well, you got the
the
jock.
nerd.
You have the jock, and then they have like maybe the quarterback because he has a couple brain cells functioning, but he's also a sporty guy. And then the super nerd who's just like I've been studying demonology. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the mousy.
The
girl.
movie's all his fault.
Yeah. Kind of.
Well-
a little bit.
Yeah, it's weird too because like he summons a demon and then that doesn't go anywhere.
No, it does
Things
not.
were already going wrong before he summoned
Sure.
a demon. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie.
I don't
opened
think
with-
he actually summoned a demon. I think she just showed up in the mirror because.
Well, she did
wanted
because
to.
she showed up before he actually fucking did
Yeah.
anything. She was just like, "I'm here."
Yeah.
Yeah. But the movie actually opens with some. What would that be? Missionaries, I guess, showing up at a house. I don't know if they were Jehovah's
Yes.
Witnesses or whatever, but
They were like, "Have you found Jesus?"
They had regular Christian crosses.
Right. That
And we're talking
scene-
about saved, so they were definitely.
I swear that scene is in there because the first 30 minutes of this movie has nothing to do with anything. It's just life at this reform school.
Yeah.
Like there's really not any spooky anything. I
no.
think they were like, we need something at the beginning to let people know that this is what this is.
Yeah. But yeah, it farts around with like introducing the people for a while. You know that there's a dance coming up, and because they can't keep their teenage lusts in check ahead of time, the main characters are banned from going to the dance by the nun. Which then they're like, well, fuck it, we're gonna have this party at the Hull House, or at least the one girl plans this and dupes everyone else into showing up, along with two
I don't
older guys who like don't have anything to do with anything. They're just the toughs.
I don't understand this girl's plan. It seems like this is
Her
planned out.
motivation is really weird.
Yeah, well, it seems like the party is planned out way in advance with the help of those two goofs, those off-campus goofs, who are there to help her.
She also seems like she's the new girl
Kind of.
because they're talking to her like
You don't know.
she doesn't know what's
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
on.
she's-
That's
in,
Mouse.
in this,
kind of the
yeah.
audience
Yeah.
cipher. Like, oh, you have to explain everything through her.
and also like the dumbest jock, the dumbest good jock, I should say. 1 to 5 jocks, as in robot jocks. He sees her playing tennis poorly with Melody, Christine Taylor. Hey, dude.
No, she's playing with BB.
Oh, isn't Melody's there though? Right? Christine?
No, she's not in that
Melody
scene.
is somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's playing with BB, who you may remember from The Apple.
No.
Same character name.
I thought it was the person with all the kids.
That's
Bebe.
Bebe.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Anyway, okay. So Goth Girl is playing tennis with Redhead poorly, and Jock Dude is like, oh, hey, I'm gonna use that girl, and he's basically acting like he's never seen her before. So that all leads me to believe that she's just been deposited here, even though she's 30, at this teens.
That's probably why she's so troubled.
That's probably.
Yeah, but they get into like a 5-year-old's fight of give me my ball. We're wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she catches the ball between her thighs, and then he's like, "Give me my ball back," and she's like, "Come take it."
And he's like, I can't.
Yeah, and it's there's a lot of, especially with that particular actress, there's a lot of like vamp because we need more footage. So it just evolves into them like literally rolling around on the ground, like thrashing like literal 5-year-olds until the nun shows up and kind of stops them. But I mean, there's a scene later where she has to try and get out of a door, and they're just like, "We need more footage. Just keep trying to open the door." And it's like her just flailing around, like slapping herself into this door for what feels like 5 minutes because they just won't end the scene.
Yeah, she gives a very weak shakma at that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of that sort of stuff where it's just like, we need to keep going. Just keep doing something.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, like, once this party kicks off and none of the main characters attend it, they keep cutting back to it,
Yeah.
and you're like, why? Why are we
People
checking
dancing
in
awkwardly?
where all these extras are who
Yeah.
aren't doing anything?
In spirit Halloween costumes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have to remind you, we're coming back here
I guess. Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
Because, I mean, like,
Yeah, the actual
the
party,
first hour is
yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally an hour, and what is this, a 96-minute movie? Something like that?
I mean, they
would-
do go to Hull House during this first hour,
Yeah.
but it's like it's a quick trip.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like it's all just kind of a setup goof. I mean, you feel like they're setting up like they're really in because you've got Eugene or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. I don't really know his name. I'm just picking the nerdy guy.
Mr. Nerd.
Nerdy guy from Greece. I don't know. But
Okay.
like, you know, the guy who's just like demonology and stuff, and the vampy girl basically picks up one of his demon books and like hatches this plan to like we're gonna go have a seance or summon demons at the
That's
at
where
the
she got
house.
the idea.
Yeah.
That's where she got
So
the idea.
basically, like,
But it seems like her snatching the book was part of her plan.
kind of,
Yes.
yeah, it did, yeah.
It was very specific.
Well, because she like drops a book and like makes him put his bag down, and they're like, oh,
Well, she looked at it and went, "Oh, look,
Yeah.
a
A
devil
pentagram.
book."
Yeah, but it seemed like I need that book to do the thing I'm going to do later tomorrow. It wasn't just like, maybe this will produce something that I could do in my lifetime.
Well, I mean, she's just presented as like irredeemably evil before she gets turned evil. Because
I
like
think that's the same thing as the first one. Is the gothy girl was just like, you're evil before you get demons.
she kind of wasn't. She was a shoplifter.
Oh, well, that's evil,
Yeah.
Chuck.
yeah,
yeah, but
know,
I mean, this
that's
one
stealing.
they tell basically they tell the story of the first movie to the three of them, and this girl's like way into it, and then they're like, yeah, you know, our roommate, that was her sister.
Yeah.
right.
And then her family like got a letter that looked like it was from the sister and killed themselves. That's her. And she's like, and she's
"Yeah?"
like, really? And then she's like, just starts berating this girl, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like we missed just something at the beginning that placed her in this school, that this was her whole plan
devil.
to get them. Yeah, just something that was like, this is her plan. It doesn't seem like it came out organically or anything. It just seemed like she had an agenda the whole time, but she hadn't been there long enough
Yeah.
to really put this together.
And it's really all just a setup for a swerve.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all just a goof. Like that they get out there and everyone's like, what? Like it's a whole convoluted thing because like there is the classic split in the road with a sign, with one arrow pointing one way and one arrow pointing the other, and one of the guys who we've previously not seen in this movie shows
Z-Boy.
up. Yeah, shows up and switches the arrows comically, you know, Wizard of Oz style and bullshit. But it's like, okay, who is that and why is he doing that? But they get there and for a minute, as we the audience were like, oh shit, this is like satanic sacrifice. Like they were going to murder a cat at first because she had a bag.
yeah, they brought a cat and they were like,
would sacrifice it. Then when that
Yeah.
dickhead showed up and scared Mouse refused to go in the girl, the sister of Angela from the first one.
Yeah.
They call her Mouse throughout the whole
And
movie.
in addition to the irredeemably evil part, is like forces them to bring this girl along.
Right.
Like, what in the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she refuses to go in the house for obvious reasons.
but like
Yeah.
the whole sign misdirection was
Yeah.
just so that Mouse wouldn't freak out before they got there.
kind of.
That's
yeah.
kind of it.
Oh, she still freaks out once they get there. And,
No,
and-
but
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so she wouldn't have freaked out at the fork in the road. It just seems like it's so planned ahead of time. But why?
Yeah. But whatever, they get
But
there.
why?
They get there. The cat gets lost when the dude shows up and scares her out of the car and into the house. Which, by the way, it should be noted, and this flowed in from the scene before, so it didn't make a lot of sense. But she Mouse, the character, is wearing a clown costume,
She is.
and like everyone else is dressed like normal people. I
Well-
mean, minus like a Halloween mask or two, because like
She was not banned from going to the dance.
no,
Right.
she wasn't.
She
but-
was wearing a costume, and they were like, "No,
Okay.
you're coming with us."
Sure.
And
it's
she was
just-
like, "Is this a costume party?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, mouse, whatever."
But it's like, it's ludicrous because it's like, it's this, like red and yellow puffy clown outfit, classic.
It's like a Jack in the Box
Yeah.
outfit.
Well, she's an awkward, like,
Yes.
barely understands things because her sister was murdered in this house and then her parents committed suicide. So obviously she's a little bit fractured.
She's broken.
Okay.
So
And also, there
clown
was
outfit.
the Halloween dance was a costume party. So
I
like,
understand.
It's
I'm
a
just-
ridiculous outfit.
Yeah, I'm saying in the context of the movie, not like in the context of like why the character would have it on or anything like that. It's just
Yeah.
what we are shown. What we are shown is this girl, and whereas everyone else is walking around in baggy jeans and t-shirts of the '90s, she's wearing
Yeah.
a fucking
Well,
Jack in the
and-
Box.
And BB
outfit.
is wearing a black mini skirt that apparently Mouse knitted for her, or
Sewed,
sewed
yeah.
for her.
Okay.
Well, she
And-
made it, and then she was like, "Well, I made it because it's pretty, but I can't wear it because it's slutwear."
Yeah, but BB is
So you could
presented
wear
as
it.
the only one that's been nice to her, because
Yeah.
whenever the other ones are because like Christine Taylor is right up there with the other chick,
She keeps
just ripping
She keeps
on it-
looking
on
like she
this
has
girl.
regrets. Like I can't believe I'm doing this, but also keeps doing it.
Yeah.
It's one of those like
Yeah,
I can't help myself from being a bully.
yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
But-
I'm not the bully,
As
everyone
long
will
as I'm
bully
not
me.
being bullied,
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going along with
Yeah.
this nightmare.
But anyway, they get them in, and and they're
All the other thing I want to mention is like
Yeah.
in the car ride here, it's real weird because they stop for a moment at the fork in the road and like I don't know which way, and like the two of them that clearly are in on this and know that the sign has been switched around are like, I don't know, guys, which way should we go? And then the Rick guy, who we haven't mentioned, is this big, tall, goofy Dane Cook looking motherfucker, and it's like So like he's there and it's just like instantly an asshole, and he's driving this like old '57 Chevy with flare fins on the back and everything, and balloons and
They've
skulls.
tied, these tough motherfuckers have tied fucking balloons.
well,
to their
balloons
car.
and like black and orange skulls and shit are like it's just real goofy looking.
It's a party wagon.
Yeah.
It needs balloons, you asshole.
But there's this weird scene
It's also
where
a Cadillac.
they're standing there or they're sitting there in the car like, I don't know which way should we go, and Christine Taylor's in the back is like, I don't know, Marsha, which way do you think we should go? And this is a fucking year before she
Yeah.
was Marsha Brady. It was just a weird reference
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Because not her character's name or anything. It was
Nope.
clearly like
it was
a
like, hey, Marsha Brady,
just-
where
yeah.
where should we go?
Hey, you're blonde.
Yeah.
You're Marsha Brady.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody saw Night of the Demons 2 and got inspired.
And they're like, Good idea. Yeah.
I mean, she was cast because she does look a lot like Maureen McCormick at that age. But
Yes.
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, just weird thing. Anyway, they get the house, and like I said, it's all a big goofy. They forget the cat, they lose the cat,
The goof cat.
and they bring in Mouse and like grab her and like tie her up and put her on this like it's not an altar, it's a gurney that they found
Yeah,
somewhere.
but they have literally gagged her.
yeah, and Christine Taylor, no, which
It's basically Christine Taylor
Yeah,
and the
and-
one
and
guy,
the one-
the
the dumb
one guy
jock,
who
the
had
super
been
dumb jock.
seduced by evil chick, who then just like starts making out with Rick. Once they get in the car, and he's like, I thought we were gonna,
yeah, they were
do
making
stuff.
They were making out in the church van.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "We'll save some for later, when we go to my party." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then breaks in the
And
car.
then it's like, then she's suddenly making out with big dumb
She's a
Cook
succubus.
motherfucker.
That's,
But anyway,
that's all there is to it.
Yeah,
She's
so
a
he
succubus.
and Christine Taylor go off. Meanwhile, BB and the other jock guy basically find a bedroom in there with like,
yeah, they basically fuck on fuck bed, the bed that
Well,
fucks.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
It
this-
looks like
it
it
is
did-
like deathbed. It's got
Yeah,
black
yeah.
sheets and and then like tattered, whatever you call it, ribbon. Like not.
It
ribbon,
looks
but,
like fucking cobwebs.
I mean,
hanging
it's
from the
it's a big
top.
canopy bed, but the canopy is all shredded and
Yeah.
dilapidated.
Well, like before they got there, she had stopped off in the bathroom and the gross, disgusting bathroom, and opened up the medicine cabinet, and there's a lipstick sitting there.
Yep.
We don't want to spoil that, though. So
No,
let's
we don't.
just skip it.
Let's just skip it. Yeah. No, but we're all like, it's the lipstick from the titty.
She's
Yeah.
gonna get Quigley down under.
Yeah, but for some reason she's like, "Ooh, I'll take this."
And is about to apply it
Yeah.
before he hits the door. He's like, "Hey, what's going on in there?"
Yeah, so she puts it in her purse, and that
Yeah.
will come back later.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go to the next room, and he has lit some candles and is like, "Hey, let's fuck on this disgusting old dusty bed."
And she says,
Except the sheets are perfectly clean. Like
Yeah.
that's what I don't understand is it's like everything in this house is covered with everything, but it's like fresh sheets.
The
Yeah.
house is also a succubus
It's a demon bed.
Yeah,
with the washing
Well,
machine.
considering Angela watches them at one point.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she does say this is so romantic to him,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, it is."
She wasn't old enough to know any better.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so they're doing that. Meanwhile, downstairs, they are basically like Christine Taylor and the other dude just walk in on them, like literally about to stab Mouse. Mouse has
Mouse been chased.
Tied, like,
She's been chased inside by the dude who changed the sign.
yeah,
He put a
wearing
werewolf
Zeboy.
mask on and
Yeah.
chased them inside.
Yeah.
And then
He was dressed like a Dogtown.
Yeah,
He
and,
was really
and,
Z-Boy, yeah.
yeah, and the cat gets away. So they're like, "All right, well, we got a mouse instead."
Yeah.
And so they have tied her up on the gurney, gagged her,
Yep. And they're like, all right,
and
time to murder her.
yeah, and
Christine Taylor and the dude are like, let's watch this play out and see if we should intervene.
yeah, and he only stops as she's about to stab her.
Yeah, like handed like sacrificial
Yes.
knife stabbing motion.
Yeah. As she starts to bring it down, that's when he dives forward. The
Yeah.
two guys grab him and stab him in the chest. Christine Taylor screams, and and they cut to the two fucking upstairs, and she goes, "Wait, stop! Did you hear that?" And he's like, "Nope,
I
didn't
did
hear
not.
a thing. Did not hear
Absolutely.
a single thing."
No sound whatsoever.
She's like, "No, that was like a real scream. We need to go." And he's like, "Are you sure you heard something? Because I didn't hear anything."
My penis didn't hear anything, and he's the one I'm listening to right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so they half dressed to get back in there and they're like, what's the deal?
What is the deal with these people?
Yeah. And they're like, "Dumbass here ruined the surprise,"
Yeah.
as Z-Boy keeps stabbing the knife into his head, and of
Yeah.
course it's
Yeah.
a stage knife.
Yeah, one of the springy stage knives.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, this whole
Mission
evil
accomplished.
thing was so they could play a prank where they literally act like they are about to murder this already traumatized girl.
Yeah.
I think they pulled off the prank. Like prank success.
sure, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
they
I
were
mean-
not prevented from pulling off this prank,
No.
even though they are upset that
Yeah.
they didn't get to pull off this prank.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, "Hey, we've got a girl who's like got PTSD now and is going to have like years and years of therapy from this.
Oh,
We
she's
should-
not going to get therapy.
We should
from
probably
No.
leave." And they're like, "Yeah, let's go." But Christine Taylor's like, "Before we go, I need to pee."
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay."
Well, at first they're like, hold it. And then it just turns into like a no girl who's got a pee is going to sit in my car. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that should be like in a better movie. It's a tension building, like it works in that, like, get them out of the house. Come on, get out of the house. But here it's just like, what the fuck are you dragging this out for? Is
Yeah.
the feeling that you get from it.
Also, look, I'm not a lady, and I understand that there are, requirements for using the bathroom in all scenarios for a lady. But if I had been inside this house and I'd looked around and seen what I'd seen in this house, I would not want I wouldn't want my privates anywhere near any of those commodes. I'd rather go squat in the woods and just,
Yeah.
Well,
take
she-
my chances with the breeze. if you know what
She
I'm saying.
learns this lesson
Yeah.
because she's like, okay, let's
Yeah.
go to the bathroom, opens up the toilet, and there's a dude's head in there, a demon head, and it says something. We don't know what the demon head says.
There's a clash at the Demon Head.
Yeah, and that's the problem with a lot of the demon stuff is like
You
it feels like they used on-set voicing with all
Yeah.
the prosthetics in the mouth and didn't bother to actually, ADR any of it in. So it's like she opens up the toilet and he's like, "Rah-ga-brah-ha! Rah!"
Uh-huh.
And we're like, I guess he said something.
Right.
And then the guy bursts in. He's like, "What the hell?" And she's like, "It's a head in the toilet," and nothing there.
Of course, nothing there.
And
And
then
then she's like,
as
I don't
they-
have to go anymore.
Yeah, and as they leave, they cut back to the head who goes, "Catch."
You know
Yeah.
what I was going to what I'm thinking, don't you?
Splash at Demon Head?
No. I was going to say she was going to put her gash on team.
God damn. That's so much worse.
I know.
I'm glad I cut you off before you got there,
He got there.
but then you got there anyway. So.
Yeah, so now they're like, okay, we got to go. And then Z-Boy's like, nah, I
also have to pee.
want to look around, or I heard something, or I
no, he said he had to pee
Yeah, you just wouldn't pee in a corner, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
because
then
he's an idiot.
and then he sees Angela, and he's like, got to get me some of that. Follow her around, and
He
does.
knows who's the boss.
uh,
Angela.
yeah. Follows her up some stairs, and she goes, push, and he goes, "Blay!" falls down the stairs making comical noises.
Yeah, this guy does a lot of yowie zowie noises.
Yes, he does.
He's like a discount ass Pauly Shore /
Well.
every other guy like Pauly Shore from the 90s.
Sure. Yeah, so he's...
yeah, then he gets like demon raped, basically. I mean, she goes down and like demon tongues him and then
Right.
possesses him through sex.
But, like, she's threatening to demon kiss him, and he's like, "No, lady, with the thing, I don't want it."
Yes, he becomes the scientist
It's
from
ju-
The Simpsons.
It's just real dumb and bad. But, yeah, he gets demon transferred.
Yeah. So he's a demon now, we
Yeah,
guess.
sure.
And his buddy's like, that dumbass. And prank girl, asshole girl, is the only one who's like, no, we need to wait for him. And he's like, why? He got here on his own. Let's fucking go.
At first, like, when he was like, "I gotta go pee," he's like, "I'm not leaving my buddy behind. No way, no how." And then 5 seconds later, when that dude's making hey noises in the hallway, he's like, "Fuck that guy. You know what? He got here on his own. He can leave on his own.
Yeah.
We're fucking out of here."
Yeah.
So,
And
uh,
her, she still doesn't want to leave until she tries to light a cigarette, and like the little gargoyle cat thing that she lights it off of blows it out.
Right.
And she goes, okay, fuck this.
yeah,
And then leaves.
yep,
Which that point may be like the first moment of actual comedy that kind of comes in that actually somewhat works in the movie, because otherwise it just wasn't. It's not working. Like, it's trying so hard early on, and it's just none of it's hitting.
there's some goofy shit. Like like there's nothing scripted that's funny, but there's some. These teenagers' behavior is constantly silly. It's not as silly as everyone is in the first movie. Everyone in the first movie is constantly spewing out one-liners, and they all hate each other, and everyone is joking about how much they hate each other. In this, it's just kind of just goofy charm. Like, it's like an Australian directing an American movie. It's, I don't know what you kids do. Do the Arsenio thing or something, you know. And the guy's like, I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna wave my hand around and go woof woof. And it's like, okay, good job.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that. It's a lot of little things that you're like, that's kind of funny, but what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's finally the point where they get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And so they leave.
Yes.
And they say that at some point when they cross over the underground river is when they feel safe,
Yeah.
because
It's-
that contains the dark spirits somehow.
Once they're past that, they're safe.
Except
And then, yeah, girl is like, time to put on lipstick. So she
we're
pulls
in
out.
the car running from the evil house
Right. I
where
better
we almost
freshen
got
up.
murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. So she pulls out the lipstick to freshen up, and it, like, extends grossly. And she's like, ew, and throws it at the girl in the front seat and hits her in the back of the head. She's like, the fuck? She's like,
Yeah. so
Christine
she-
catches it.
yeah, but girl in the front actually takes it out and puts some on.
yeah.
And then looks smug because she's not.
Yeah, meanwhile, everyone else is like, throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from
Dude,
the,
where'd
it's
you
from
get
the
that? You got that
house.
from the house. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, we will note, Mouse is in the front seat with this girl, just fucking traumatized, like fetal position in the corner of this car.
Yep. Yep.
So they get back, and they get there, and Mouse is like, "All right, I'm going to my room. Goodbye." I said, "Good day, sir." And so she's gone for a while.
Right before they get back, they have persuaded the nun watching the party to leave to go attend to.
Yeah, the dorky kid who summoned Angela early on,
There's
which
demons.
becomes nothing. Yeah.
So
but-
the party has kicked into high gear with some.
yeah, because there's no supervision.
Yeah,
anymore.
so they're playing some screamo music and kind of dancing a little faster than they were before.
Yeah.
Not leaving space for the Holy Ghost.
No.
But they all get back and just stand outside and look inside. They're like, "Wow, this is a party. We should totally stayed here." It's like, sure, yeah,
yeah,
maybe
you
should
probably
have.
should have.
So they're like,
but
"Let's
like-
all go in and dance."
Yeah, but like Angela has now shown up at the party, basically. Just like,
Yeah.
she just kind of like waltzes
Just
in.
appears.
Yeah, just sort of
Yeah.
appears. But
Well, she appears
Oh.
because the girl, the
that's true,
asshole girl, takes the lipstick into the bathroom, and as she's putting it on, it does the little shootout thing.
Red
and she's
rockets.
like, "Oh fuck!" Throws it out. Yeah, and then a giant snake penis thing comes out of it.
Yeah.
It's a demon snake penis.
Yeah.
Sneeman.
And then pulls an Evil Dead on her.
It does.
There's
does,
no other
yeah.
way to put it.
Nope, that's what
While
happened.
she flails around trying to get out of like at the door, and it's one of those things. It's like, all right, we get what you're doing. Just fucking get it over with already.
Yep.
Fucking movie.
Yep, right up the yazoo. And then they spend too long on that part, and then they spend an awfully long time on her enjoying it, writhing on the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
And then smoke comes out of the lipstick tube, and Angela appears in the bathroom and is now at the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Kisses her because apparently, like kissing someone.
That's
when
the
you're a
demon
demon
transfer.
means
That's-
you make them a demon.
That's what happened in the first one.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, Kiss is. I don't know what was the damn line from the intro. The
a kiss is a sin, if
yeah.
it's an upper persuasion to a lower invasion.
right.
1 star we're in.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's that.
Yeah.
So
So anyway,
it was the word. It was the nun's words coming true because she
Yes.
was right all
She was
along.
right.
Yeah.
yeah. Angela's at the party.
Dancing around,
Y'all.
possessing people and shit. Well, is it? Yeah, it's the Big Rick. Big Rick goes up to. No. He goes up to what's her face, the vampy girl, because she's also shown up and is dancing
Yes.
slutty too.
Yeah.
Surely.
To this
Shirlene.
music that shouldn't be danceable too.
No.
But yeah, she basically like everything kind of comes together at a head at the same time because like Angela's there and like smoke and shit's getting weird and she's possessing the smart jock dude a little bit because he's just like enthralled with watching her dance. Meanwhile, Bebe or whatever is just like BB is like what the hell and
Yeah.
And then what's her vamp girl shows up and finds Rick and is basically just like, hey, check out my tits. And he's like, don't mind if I do. And they turn into like demon hands and suck his hands into her chest and kind of melt him.
Yes.
Or one of them
Yeah.
at least. Meanwhile, the nun
Which kills him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the nun and everybody is like showing up and like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
The nun basically walks in just in time to see
Yeah.
like the tit grab.
Or
And she's
reverse
like,
tit grab.
oh,
Yeah. Everybody get to the chapel.
well, get to the chapel.
Yes.
That's exactly what they scream a lot.
Yeah. And she's like, I have to prepare.
Yeah, we have to. Well, she's like, go wake Father Bob or whatever.
Father Bob.
And then,
Literally
like,
Father Bob.
I gotta go prepare.
This is where the movie turns.
Movie.
This is the turning
Yeah.
point of the movie.
Someone found some sort of inspiration here. They're like, okay.
If you listen to this podcast and then watch this movie, which you should, you don't have to pay too much attention up until the point where the nun says, get to the chapel. It's a gearing up montage with the fucking nun who's going to war and also the nerdy guy, but
Mostly the nun.
mostly the nun. And like the nun is like, she snaps on that, not snaps, but she like whips on the habit and pulls out a rosary and like twirls it around like nunchaku.
Nunchucks,
Yeah.
like nunchucks.
Nunchucks, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I get it.
Wouldn't it have been great if she was like saying the Lord's Prayer like while she was doing?
She
this?
absolutely should have.
I'm
In the
just saying-
BMFcast remake, we'll make
Yeah.
sure that she's
Yeah.
like our Father.
I mean,
who
there's a Night of
does
the
stuff
there
or
is a
whatever
Night
it
of the
is.
Demons 2 waiting to be made again.
There's a.
I mean, there-
Oh,
a
we could
sequel to
remake
the
Night of the.
remake.
No, I'm saying there's a remake of the first one,
Right.
With
So
Shannon
let's-
Elizabeth. We could like,
We'll remake
Remake
the
the
remake.
sequel as a
Yeah.
sequel to the remake.
right?
Yeah. Get Christine Taylor on the phone.
I'm sure she's up for it.
Okay.
I just have always had a crush on her. I think she's
You
cute.
just want to talk to her?
Yeah.
What you thinking about?
Yeah, Christine. Do you like ponies? I like podcasts. I think you're cute. Anyway. Totally, yeah. We'll do a remake. And, yeah, she'll be saying the Lord's Prayer while she's twirling her rosary nunchucks. And the nerd gets a super soaker. Like, this is 1994, so super soakers are still hot shit.
Also, someone at the beginning had an Intertech, like the old water guns that got
Yeah.
somebody killed.
Yeah, the ones that look like looks
Yeah.
like a micro Uzi.
Yeah,
Yep. I had one.
I did too. Yeah,
They were rad.
they made noises and stuff. Too,
They did, yeah.
Batteries.
And then yeah, and then they start filling up water balloons with holy water.
That have crosses on them.
They have crosses on
Branded
them.
balloons.
Yeah, you know what? I'm into it. Like,
But I like that the holy water comes out of this giant like coffee party
Right, it's-
dispenser.
yeah.
Oh, it's a holy water cooler. That's what it is, basically.
I should have caught that. Yeah.
So they have a lot of that, and not really much else. They show him filling up like a jar.
Not like they need steaks or anything. I mean,
No.
this is the kind of thing you'd be sharpening steaks if they were vampires.
She does
Right.
open a drawer and she has
Oh,
like
like
4
five.
yardsticks to choose from.
Yeah.
She was also doing fencing with her yardstick
was.
earlier in the
She
movie.
was doing that
and, like,
earlier,
calling
yeah.
off the
Yeah.
moves.
Honestly, she should have been she should have pulled either a metal ruler out or like a giant cross-shaped ruler
Or one in a sheath.
or a ruler in a sheath or
Or
a ruler where you pull it apart and it's a fucking sword.
sword.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would have been the shit. Or an actual sword. Like if she would have just like opened up the holy, sword box or whatever.
Sword crucifix. That's the way to go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the nun needed.
Even
Hilt
better, like
comes
have
out.
one on your neck, like just like shing, comes out as like a.
Yeah. Perfect.
All of these things.
Or, yeah, you press the button and it goes wonk. Yeah.
You know,
It makes that noise too.
Wonk, yeah.
wonk.
You never had a wonky sword?
Demons hate that, man. It's just like
Honk.
I know a lady who will give you a wonky sword for $25. Anyway.
I don't want that.
Oh yes you do.
No, I really
no,
don't.
that sounds terrible.
It's one of those things that sounds worse than it is.
Oh,
But it is pretty bad. Anyway.
Great.
And the whole time Father Bob is like, this is bullshit. Whatever. This is stupid. You guys are stupid. You woke me up.
Father Rob was also reading Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the
for some-
Rye.
for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he is like so pissed at this kid. He's just like, listen, kid, none of this is just shut up. And she's like, no, it's real. I've seen it. Because they get him up to give the last rites to the kid who got his hand melted off.
Rick.
Yeah, from the titty grab. And he gets
The titty
there
twister.
and he's like, there's no kid here. What the hell's wrong with you kids? And basically they're like,
Oh no, what's his face? The nerd kid. What is his name?
nerd kid.
Eugene.
Perry.
Eugene.
Perry?
Perry. Okay, yeah, that was Perry. Right, because he got a mace to the face.
Yeah.
Died.
Perry
right.
Mace.
Yeah, Perry Mason. Yeah, you did. Perry did get maced, son.
Setting him up and knocking him down over here.
yeah.
Dream team.
But shit, I totally forgot what I was going to say because of that.
Perry.
Yeah,
Perry and the
oh,
father.
Perry pointed out that the Virgin Mary statue was crying blood, and still the father was like, someone's to face the statue, and it's like, wow, okay, just cool.
And finally he gives in and he's like, okay, well,
If it'll shut you guys up, let's just
fine,
go.
we'll take the fucking church van up to the stupid fucking house and we'll shut you fucking
I'll
nuns up.
prove to you that there's nothing there, you dumb dope.
Pretty much. And so they go to the house, finally.
Because they've all gone to the house, like
Right.
everybody who's still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, not all the kids at the party, they went to the chapel.
Right, they
but
all
it's
went
all the main characters.
Yeah.
So-
So at this point, we've gone from the school to the house to the school to the house.
Right. Last trip
Don't
to the
worry.
house shouldn't have happened.
Don't worry, we'll go back to the school, probably.
No, we do at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they go back to Hull House.
They go back to the house, they walk in the door, and Father Bob's like, well, nothing to see here, guys. Time to go.
No,
And they're
even
like-
better, he's like, we should look around. Let's split up.
But doesn't he decide? He decides, like, when they walk in the door, he's like, nah, there's nothing here. And they're like, okay, no, actually, there's shit here. And he's like, okay, well, let's do
split
it.
up,
But
yeah.
we'll split up because I'm an idiot. And the nun says, no. We shouldn't split up. And Father Bob's like, I'm going that way. If somebody wants to follow me, fine. But I'm going. Let's do this.
So Perry thrust himself upon him.
Yes.
He's basically like,
Like,
yeah.
Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, Perry goes with the priest to save him from himself.
Yes.
And meanwhile, all the rest of them just kind of, I think they kind of stay together for the most part. Mm-hmm. And the priest, they run into Rick. And the priest's like, oh, let's help this young man.
This
He
this
seems-
poor soul who's hanging out in this
Yeah.
house.
And makes a point to yank the stuff out of the kid's hands, even though it's just a super soaker full of holy water.
well, the kid's got pretty much the whole like demon
The
slaying
arsenal.
kit, the whole arsenal, and gets it yanked out of his hands, and the father just sets it down.
Yeah. And make sure he can't get to it. Like, gets between him and all the equipment.
Yeah.
And he's like, enough of this tomfoolery.
Yeah, and Demon Rick is basically like, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I broke the 5th commandment."
He's like, who have you murdered? And he's like, you.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And does.
Yeah. But
He
this
has
is-
he has a switchblade all of a sudden and just stabs him.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was actually going to stab him with the stage knife, and it was like, because I mean, it seems like the demon's main
Have a
goal,
sense of humor.
Well, no, it seems like the main thing is just to fuck with people, not actually necessarily kill them.
and that's Angela's thing. Like she's just been fucking with people aside from Mouse, who she needs to take back to the house to, I guess, sacrifice a family member to become more powerful or something.
Oh, right.
It's-
Yeah, Mouse did not go. Mouse went to bed. And
Yeah.
Angela comes in
As
a flourish,
normal person.
and is
Yeah.
just like, "Hello, sister. It's me in the flesh. Remember our parents?
Giselle.
They're dead. Come with me." And she's
I've
like,
made new friends, and you can go there. We'll
Yeah.
float forever.
"Right." So yeah, they've gone to the house too.
Yeah. But anyway, so,
like,
so that's why they're there, is to find Mouse, basically.
But like Father Bob got stabbed, and that's it for like the whole thing with Father Bob is that he's supposed to have this revelation, like, "Oh shit, it's real." Like he's supposed to have a moment where the dialogue from Father Bob is, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
it's real." Like you're supposed to have that moment of just like, but no, his realization that it's real is getting murdered.
is dying. like literally dying.
Dying and then stabbed and then dead in a position where he is just staring up with his mouth open while they use footage from the first film of Angela coming down the hallway
Yeah.
towards them.
Well, let's talk about how he takes care of Rick first.
Okay.
Because he hits him with the super soaker, which makes him start like a bleeding out green shit. And then
Oh, this wasn't our first instance of how the holy water worked, because Christine Taylor was saved by it first. Because
She's saved second,
I thought no, she was saved on the initial outbreak at the school.
that's right.
yeah.
She's fucking the
Oh,
one
right,
dude.
the school.
Yeah. We didn't even get because they suck. But anyway,
But
she gets
yeah.
demoned, and they basically make her drink holy water, which
Yeah.
makes her vomit up the green shit and roaches and stuff.
and she's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out because like she's the only one that like they're like, here, antidote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She'd
then
only
everyone
been
else is like-
demoned for like 30 seconds.
I know, but
Yeah.
everyone else is like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I'm the wicked witch, and you
And-
just threw water on me.
And
So-
the boyfriend like the first, aside from Rick, like the only other casualty really, because he gets his fucking head chopped off. The jock guy.
He does.
Angela like just murders him. I think that's the only one Angela actually murders out of everybody.
Z-Boy? I think
No,
Z-Boy
well,
gets
She did.
well,
She-
yeah, I guess
she
she
murdered
does.
him. He
Yeah.
pushed him down the
But
stairs. and,
either way, Rick starts like spitting out the green stuff, and then the kid's like trying to help the priest who's just done, and then Rick grabs him and has him kind of like in a headlock, doing the rah, rah thing in his ear, and he's made holy water balloons, and he just takes one right behind him and just smacks him in the face, and he just proceeds to Evil Dead out and just fucking melt into like just piles of viscera, green goo shit.
Yep.
And get used to this, because this is going to show up a lot in that last half hour. These guys are just like, man.
this is how they win, basically.
yeah, but they were like, everyone who made this movie was like, man, you remember Evil Dead 1, right? It's been like 12 years since then, and goo technology has evolved. Let's use some of that goo technology.
New goo.
Goo tech.
Yeah.
The Gutek.
Yeah. We've updated our goo, and yeah.
Got a
So
Goo Tech jacket.
expect a lot of demons to get water ballooned and super soakered.
The water balloons in this movie are like the water balloons in Night of the Demons 2 are the M16s in like every fucking Vietnam movie. That's 99% of what they use.
They're like
They use
murder
them
pies to the
indiscriminately.
face.
Yeah.
It is just like you were getting fucking hammered with this water balloon.
Oh yeah, people get fucking faced hard with water balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
it is.
And the thing is, like, I'm realizing we're not even like talking about half the goofy shit that happens in this movie.
No.
Because not Rick, the extra dumb jock, the guy that Angela knocked his head off.
Lenny.
Yeah. We found him.
Kurt.
We found Kurt playing basketball with his own head, or the other jock guy found
Yeah.
him
Yep.
dribbling his head, and
He
That's a little
hears
bit-
it,
yeah, that's a
and
little
he's
bit
like,
later, but-
"What the fuck is that?" And walks
while later.
outside, and
no, it's actually it's right here.
Yeah, because he got defenestrated through a window
Yeah.
and ended up out front.
Because like they do this thing where like the nun Christine Taylor and this guy are like walking
Walk into a bar.
walk into this one area, and basically Christine Taylor gets like cordoned off in this one room, and then he's like running for a door like I'm gonna save you, and then like it morphs doors or opens up on him and makes him basically self-defenestrate out this window, and when he
Yeah.
wakes up he just hears a clunk clunk.
Oh no, Angela shows up and slaps him out the
That's
window.
what it is.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he wakes up outside and like hears this like weird clunk clunk sound, and it's the dude like dribbling twice and shooting.
Oh right, that's
Yeah, it's all part of like this when
That's
they go back to the house stuff.
Rick. No, that's. I'm forgetting my
Yeah,
dudes.
whatever. I'm just saying, there's weird shit like that. There's a
Johnny. That's Johnny that's doing the basketball
yeah,
stuff.
there's
Okay,
a
yeah, yeah.
decapitated dude that is playing basketball with his own head and weird shit like
making a
that.
bunch of dumb basketball jokes.
Yep.
yeah,
That was great. So as soon as I heard the dribbling sound, I was like, I know what this is, and just started chuckling. And like for the full 35, 40 seconds it took to lead up into this, I was like, I can't wait to see this stupid shit that I know is going to happen right now.
Yeah. But all of this weird stuff happens where people get separated and murdered or demoned out briefly. There's talking about the viscera. There's one room where, because of course, like Father Bob dies and immediately comes back as a demon, as does everybody else that dies.
Yeah.
So there's a point where like all of the people that have died that are now demons are like coming together, and they basically like get them all in this one room and like just water balloon and super soaker the hell out of them, and it just ends up being this viscera room of like half melted people
and just parts
stuff,
like
yeah.
like there's a foot twitching
Yeah.
and yeah.
There was a part when the Rick or Johnny or whatever the fuck guy that got decapitated, like when he gets it's Rick when he gets water ballooned to the face, like his decapitated body is like, or I guess it's decapitated. His face melted off basically
Well,
for the water balloon, but he's like reaching around.
Well, it
for
kind
his-
of did, but
Yeah.
they also one of them,
Oh, Kurt field goaled it.
Kurt field goals
Right,
it.
sorry, no, that's Johnny. That's that. But Rick, who got
He also gets his face melted.
he got his
yeah.
face
Oh,
melted
right,
after
yeah.
he killed the father.
Yeah.
Like he's like
Oh,
the
right,
body's
right.
laying on the ground, like reaching for the head in this big pile of goo.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got dumb pickup shots like that where it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah, but I do like when he kicks the head, the head hits the wall and bounces off and goes, "Ow!"
Yeah. And then he runs by the decapitated body and just chucks another water balloon at
Yep.
it at speed, like while he's
Yeah.
running to the scene. And the body goes, bleh.
He just
But
fucking
then-
spikes it.
But then poor Perry just gets maced to the face by Z-Man and his what the fuck's that dude from the Walking Dead? Negan.
Negan.
Yeah, he gets Negan
Yeah.
batch basically
Yeah.
Yeah,
to the face, and
he gets Lucille'd.
Yeah. But like he dies, but not before like he starts to get demonified and begs to get holy water. which-
I don't understand why this holy water kills him, but
Well, I
it
think
brought
'cause-
Christine Taylor back from
I think
the
because he
brink.
was already dead.
yeah,
from
he
getting
kind of had
hit in the
nails
head.
in his brain. So
Okay,
I
so
think,
he was dead and turning,
I think he
whereas
just-
Christine Taylor was just starting to turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hadn't been murdered.
because she hadn't had any trauma. She'd just
Right.
been kissed
Right.
by a demon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kissed by a demon.
Yeah, I love that Seal song.
The kiss at Demon Head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep trying that joke till it works.
Okay.
We'll get there. But yeah, so like he dies, but before his soul is saved or whatever. So, but yeah, basically it just comes down to like a conflict with they find the room where Mouse is. Angela's there. Mouse is like laid out unconscious and going to get sacrificed, and then
This makes no sense.
it's a weird thing where it's just like, well, if you really trust your faith, Sister Nun, why don't you switch places with her and I'll let everybody else go? And she's like, all right.
Well, no. At first, the nun gets fucking decapitated.
Oh, true, yeah.
And you're like, fuck. And then all of a sudden, the nun's body goes, and a head pops,
just
back,
pops
out.
back out.
And you're like, what the hell? And she's like, I got faith. And it's like, okay.
What we didn't see was that when she was walking in the room with her back to us, she did a little switcheroo.
Oh, she
sorta-
tucked her head down.
Yeah,
and
tucked her head
Put
down,
a fake
yeah.
nun hat
Fake
on.
nun head, yeah.
God, the old
Oldest-
Beeblebrox.
Yeah. Oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it's basically, why don't you take her place? And then, okay, Mouse, decapitate the nun and take her power, which,
Yeah,
all of a
and
sudden
then-
we're operating on Highlander rules now.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of like trust your faith type stuff, and it's like I know they were all at a Catholic school, but there had never been portrayed any sort of religious stuff about it, really.
No.
You know, like the nun is basically just like this stern bitch to everybody, really. I mean,
she's a disciplinarian, but she's not in any way trying to give them the Jesus.
yeah,
And-
it's a weird swerve because all of a sudden they're just like, she's just like, trust your faith, all
Right.
this stuff. And it's like, you never talked about any of this before now.
But
I
like
mean,
also Father Bob, like the one kid who was super into, no, Father, actually demons are a big part of religion and everything. The father's just like,
Nah.
you fucking nerd, just stop.
Yeah.
You know, no, do your math. Let's do math
Well, he
now.
also wanted the kids to cut loose and have fun at the dance, and told the nun she couldn't be in control of it. You know, so
So
I'm saying he was
I
reading.
thought Father Bob was going to be in on it.
Well, he was reading Catcher in the Rye, so he was all like,
Yeah.
you know, man, I'm not holding.
yeah,
on
all
anymore.
them phonies.
I don't know.
Got to
It
give
just-
it up.
For as much as this movie relies on holy water and crosses and all of that, all the tropes of basically a vampire movie, basically, none of the characters are in any way religious. It's
Yeah,
it's
even
they're-
the nun.
Yeah, it's just it's an idea used to defeat evil, but none of the kids, no one has any kind of religious inclination whatsoever. It's strange. It's just why are we using the power of this thing that no one is talking about?
It's not very well set up, but it is set up. It is set up several times throughout the movie that at least Mouse is very religious, and that's why she's like walking around all judgy of like the ladies walking around naked and stuff. Yeah.
I just never picked up on that.
Yeah.
I think that's yeah.
Well, because
I mean, you make a good point,
yeah,
but
I'm-
it's implied. It's lightly implied.
It's more
as
implied.
opposed
Yeah.
to
I mean, it's more implied that she's like there because, you know, like every time the ladies are just like, I'm sexy walking around, and she's just like, oh,
I just
put
it's
your titties away.
you know, From Dusk Till Dawn comes out 2 years later, and that's a movie that's also going to use super soakers and holy water and stuff like that. But they very clearly,
As well as Bordello of blood.
yeah. But like in that, when they're fighting the vampires, they are very directly saying, "What are the rules to defeat vampire? Let's just do that." They're not in any way like, "Now let's find the power of Jesus to save us." It's just, what do we know from movies how to defeat vampire? Okay, do that. Bless. Hey, you're a preacher. Bless this water. Okay, now we can use it to kill vampires. It's just weird that this movie uses all those tropes, but there's no religion in this movie.
Yeah.
Not saying it needs it. It's just so odd that
But then this scene relies heavily on that religion
Right,
that is
yeah.
not really established.
right.
Yeah.
So
And so Mouse is presented as being either like, oh no, I kill her and join Angela.
take her power,
Yeah, and yeah.
or no,
Or just
stab my
stab,
sister.
stabby
Yeah,
stab.
I
Angela.
killed my sister, who's obviously a demon.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's been no pretense of anything else. Like she's demoned out at this point.
Right.
Oh yeah. But I mean, like the nun.
like, "Join me."
It's weird because Mouse was like, zoned out, enchanted, enthralled on the table or whatever. But the nun is just like, hey, remember your faith, Melissa, or whatever your name actually is,
Yeah.
because it's not Mouse.
Melissa.
It is
yeah.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the nun willingly went there, so she's like, "Yeah, whatever, it's cool. I'm a nun. I'm
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
the
because she's
chosen
basically
nun.
she's willing to trade her life for the lives of the other three should they
Yeah.
survive.
right."
But so of course she stabs Angela. Angela Evil Dead's out and melts.
She just backs into a corner and turns into a puddle of goo.
Don't
Yeah.
they also hit her with at this point
I believe
they hit her with some holy water?
They just
Yeah.
fire some holy
I just
water.
realized
Oh,
she,
yeah,
had,
the-
she had to choose between one sister or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, the nun sits up and shoots her with an automatic. It's not a super
right.
soaker. It's like
She
an
had
automatic.
She had one under her
yeah,
stuff.
and holds that for a while.
Yes.
Yeah,
And just super soaks the shit out of Angela.
These hoes.
and then does an awesome shot. Like the best shot of the movie by far is when they all get up and she's in the foreground and she just kind of like brushes her shoulder off and is like,
Yeah.
let's get out of here.
Yeah, and they go into the next room and they're like, this room wasn't here.
The house has changed. It won't let
Yeah.
us leave.
Right.
And apparently that didn't kill Angela because she turns into a big old snake thing.
Yeah, that wasn't even her final form.
Yeah. Which
This snake
props
thing's
on
cool.
props on the practical effect.
This is pretty
because
neat.
this is a big ass
Props to the
thing.
props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad props.
Like I don't know if they did a shot with just like a kid up in the top of it in whatever makeup or whatever, because there is a shot where she is way up there.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like a forced perspective thing either.
No.
It is just like, no, you've got like this snake thing, and she's like on top of a ladder,
Yeah.
or stilts
That's
or something like
probably
12
exactly
feet up.
what it was. I'm
Yeah.
sure it was a ladder, and they just draped the
But
Medusa
also
costume
in that
around it.
But
shot,
it looked
it lowers
really-
down.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like, holy shit, that's really good.
It's neat.
Like,
They probably already had a camera crane because those are real good for being out of the shot. So they probably just put her on like one of those.
yeah. Well, either way, it works.
It's cool. I'm not.
Yeah, and
I don't want
it's
to
practical.
demystify how they did it. It's done well.
Yeah, it looks really good in that shot, and then the next shot,
It's weird.
she's
'cause,
like
yeah, it's-
crawling across the floor, and it's like, oh, that doesn't
Yeah,
really
and
work
they've
as
clearly
well.
abandoned all their weapons and everything because they're just defenseless in this room where they're locked up. And she says, "I will show you hell," and then lights one single board of wood on fire
Yeah.
on the window.
Zap. And it's like,
It's
It's
like,
like
wow,
less
you're-
flame than a candle.
Yeah, it's
oh
like,
no, this whole house will burn
it's
down
like the
in
fire marshal.
48
Like
hours.
they were ready to shoot that shot, and the
Yeah.
fire marshal showed up that day. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to inspect the filming for today," and they're like, "Fuck, the fire marshal's here. I guess we can light that one piece of wood on fire."
And we really haven't established the one thing that Kurt does throughout this whole movie, which is that he has one special kick.
Karate.
He has this ability to kick, which is
He's not very good at it.
no.
No.
He tries to kick open doors, and that doesn't
Doesn't
work. He did kick his buddy's head away
He
from
did
him,
kick the shit out of that head.
but he like everyone gets knocked down by the snake lady. Snake lady
Don't they
just
get up
whips her
again?
tail around and knocks them all down. But Kurt eventually gets back up and is just like, "I'm gonna go kick the window."
He looks at the window and he sees something that I didn't see,
No.
and no reasonable human would see. But he kicks 2 pieces of wood off the window, and I was like, "Fucking okay." So you're gonna
Yeah.
hit her with sunlight? Somehow this works in this universe? But no, those are exactly in the shape of a cross, through which the sunlight roils
Yep.
and
Yeah.
burns a cross into
Yes.
It crucifixes everything.
yes.
Snake Lady's one weakness is the sun in the shape of a cross.
Much like my one weakness,
Sure.
which is a cross in the shape of a sun.
Right.
It's very difficult.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
either
don't-
way,
I don't like the father of the son. Because
it detonates her.
Yes.
Yeah.
They explode some Roman candles inside this snake thing.
yeah.
BJ, say it.
Oh, they're Roman Catholic candles.
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
God damn it.
I forgot my joke.
I got mad at that joke again.
You're welcome.
Chuck made me get mad at that twice.
It's all right.
Sorry.
I missed my opportunity to resave my other one.
Oh,
You set me up, and then yeah,
she was going to get Highlander powers
Yeah.
from cutting off the lady's head.
yeah, and I said there can be only none.
Mackey's gonna quit this podcast soon.
No, these are good jokes.
These are great jokes.
This is what people pay for.
They're-
They
yeah,
pay
they-
$0 for these jokes.
There can
Yeah.
be only none. I'm very proud of that.
Free
one, actually.
jokes.
Yeah, it was quick too. As soon as I said Highlander, you're like, yeah, they can be only none.
God damn it.
So yeah, they're
they
free.
they go back to the school, and it's the morning.
And everyone who was told to stay in the chapel has left the chapel.
Yeah.
Well, they're just kind of sheepishly. They're still in their costumes and stuff. Like, is it
Can we
safe?
go back to the dance? What's going on?
Well, I mean, they're a bunch of teenagers. They're like,
We
guess
can only
we
fuck
all-
for so
yeah,
long.
Right.
we all put our clothes back on.
Yeah.
We fucked for 3
Yeah.
minutes. We're done.
Yeah.
Let's get out
Don't
of here.
go in that chapel.
Chapel. That's
There is a distinct funk in there that you do not want to experience.
We
And all the pews are
We are
sticky.
all graduating magna cum laude.
All right, I'll
What?
accept that one.
okay. Good.
God damn it.
Cool.
So yeah, and like, hooray, the evil has been destroyed. And of course, there is a girl who walks over, and you see in a shot, a hero shot of this tube of lipstick on the ground, which a girl picks up and opens, which turns into a CG snake that bites at the camera, and then you're a smash 2 credits.
It's the best thing in the movie. It's so dumb.
It is what you think a 1994 CG snake in a movie with a budget of about $300,000
It is just
would look like.
the dumbest 90s. We need 30 seconds at the end of this to hook them for a sequel. And it's like, what do we do? I don't know. Lady finds floor lipstick and picks it up, and it turns into a snake, a CG snake head. Cool.
As I said, I don't think
Produced.
it looks any better or worse than the Scorpion King, which probably
No.
had a budget of like 20 times more than this movie.
I'm not besmirching the
No,
effect.
yeah.
The effect
Well,
is
sorry,
is,
not the Scorpion King, the Mummy 2 part
Right.
of the Scorpion King. Yeah.
it's a charming, dumb CG effect. I think the whole concept is fucking hilarious that somehow even though the entire demon slithered out of this thing and then smoke. I thought the thing had melted into the floor, honestly.
Yeah.
But this lipstick has just found its way out to the to the front of the grounds and is just laying there. And a lady's like, "Cool, free lipstick on the ground for me."
It's that alien thing. Like, doesn't understand human behavior.
No, it's
Because like anyone else, like any normal human picks that up and goes, "Wow, that's probably got so much herpes," and then throws it in the garbage and washes their hands immediately.
yeah.
Well, what's that? 3 or 4 people that in this movie have handled that lipstick.
3.
Like, yeah, 3 people.
3 people have handled it and thought it would be a good idea to apply it.
Yeah, 4 degrees of Linnea Quigley's boobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the power of the boobs.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and that's how the movie ends.
Yeah. Sure does.
Snake, ride the snake.
Yeah, that movie gets better. Like the third act kind of makes up for a lot. I'm going 2 jocks.
Okay.
I did not like the first hour of this movie very much. I mean, the triple T ratio is very quick, which I appreciate.
I do like
There's
there's one random redhead girl in this movie whose sole job is to walk by naked like 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Did
Yes.
you notice this? Because it's
In
like,
full makeup, and
Yeah,
Mouse, for some reason, is like, ooh.
well,
again, it's the alien thing.
Yeah.
Like the aliens made this movie thing because like human females do not do this ever.
Oh, yeah. They all put on makeup and
No,
boobs out. pillow
every
fight.
woman
Yeah,
I know
for
is like
Harambe, yeah.
mortified to be naked around other women. They're not like the old man at the gym. But that's how it treats it. It's like old man at the gym. He likes to walk around naked and do whatever and talk to people. And it's like maybe hot young chicks do that too. No, they do not. I can tell you, they do not.
Well, you said
Only
hot
in
young
movies.
chicks. No.
But these are bad girls.
I don't believe you.
There are 2 times that I know
fine.
for
You
sure
can-
that women act like this.
Yeah.
One is backstage at a burlesque show.
Sure.
Yeah.
The second is backstage at a strip club.
Yes.
Some will argue that is the same thing, but I will not make that argument
There is a
because I don't
difference.
want to be stabbed
One
with a
has
curling
a
iron.
theme.
There is a difference. But either way, it's, again, it's like human behavior. Nah. But anyway, also, whoever the DP is on this movie, I fucking hate them. Because like the lighting on this movie, just, it's one of those nitpicky things, but like I just couldn't let go of it. Throughout the movie, the lighting is shit. Like some of the shadows are like some of the harshest shadows I've seen in a movie. It just, everything screams cheap in a lot of that, which kind of is a bummer because like when you get to those effects shots, that shit's lit really well. You know, like all the goo tech going nuts for all those scenes is great and it's shot really well. And like I said, you know, there's some good shots of like the big snake lady thing at the end where it's like, hey, yeah, it's like, hey, you figured this out. It took you the whole movie, but you figured out how to light a shot and shoot it. But yeah, despite all that, 2 jocks, because if I have to wait for the entire movie, like the first hour of just being like, all right, fuck everybody in this, that's gonna detract. But I really enjoy the third act.
Quick question, Chuck. Is there a secret snake lady theme to this year that you haven't told me about?
No.
I feel like this is the second snake lady we've seen. And
Was
maybe
there another snake lady?
I don't remember Snake Lady, but I
Who was the other snake lady?
2 movies ago.
2 movies ago?
Snake lady.
Snake
Yeah,
lady.
there was
Golden
in
Child.
Golden Child.
You're
yeah.
right. There's not. I didn't do that. I
you
honestly,
sh-
I had
okay.
no idea this
that
movie.
was that last movie?
No, Strike Commando was
Yeah,
last
Strike
week.
Commando was-
No, I honestly, I did. Aside from the trailer, I hadn't seen a frame of this.
Okay.
So
I just have to check whenever I see anything even remotely resembling a theme because of that whole 1990 year shit you pulled on me.
Don't know what you mean.
What did we pull on you?
it was their ideas. I just
Y'all.
executed it. They did it.
It was our idea.
I just didn't tell you.
It was our best worst idea we've had.
And that one dude in the chat every week was like, another 1990 movie.
We're like, no, it's Kid and Play Pro. Shut up.
Anyway, I hate you guys.
Yeah,
Snake,
we
dragon.
did every single month with a different theme, right? And they were all from.
We
wow.
kept doing it.
So good. I'm so proud of us for that.
Thank you for sending us down that reminiscence lane, PJ.
You're welcome.
So proud of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good.
Yeah,
It's a good memory.
Yeah.
My friends.
April O'Neil.
My friends. My friends treated me so well.
You figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
That's right. April was like every week was a
Oh,
different.
yeah,
Yes,
every
it
week.
was. That was the point.
And
Yeah.
we just acted like, welcome back to Kid and April.
Yeah, that was when
I
we were
just
finally
thought
like,
that was a really funny gag.
yeah, and I, yeah,
And it was.
It was a dual layer.
but it
Yeah.
was a double.
that
and
was
then-
like the. Will you please understand what the fuck we're doing? Like we're just laying it out at this point.
And then some rando finally called out in like July.
Yeah.
And then he never showed up again.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, the whole year of 1990, huh? We're like, fuck yes, you're a winner. And then he's like, I'm blocking you. Yes. Goodbye.
I will never be back.
That was probably one of you with a separate account just trying to
It was
fucking clue
not.
me in.
No,
We wouldn't have done that.
I would not besmirch that.
All right, we were talking about ratings for this movie.
Yeah, sorry.
So that's okay.
Yeah, I guess. This would have been a Four Jocks movie had the nun had a motherfucking sword fight. They set up the nun as a fucking fencer, and she doesn't do any fencing or
Yeah.
any other sort of sword fighting.
No.
In fact, the one time she really tries to use her fucking ruler, it breaks.
She does use it as a cross.
She does. But anyway, it's a Two Jocks movie other than that. Like what Mackie said.
Sorry.
It just it does it's not awful for the first for the first 2/3, but it just feels like
Like, what are we
a
doing here?
long drawn out sort of setup for a slasher movie. Like it just feels like okay, this is slasher movie, this is slasher movie jokes.
Get to the slasher
Yes,
movie.
there are some. I am enjoying some breasts from time to time, but other than that, let's get on with it. Let's light this candle, this Roman Catholic candle, and then it takes that turn with the nun gearing up scene, and it's pretty damn good after
Yeah.
that. So it's
Yeah.
the payoff is worth it for sure, but it just doesn't earn a whole lot of points in total.
Yeah, it just takes too long to figure out the movie it wants to be.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I think I enjoyed this a lot more. I think along the way than it sounded like you guys did. I didn't really notice like lighting issues, and I'm usually like pretty. I mean, I guess the thing I was noticing is like there's a couple of shots that are a little out of focus from where they probably should be, and
Yes.
there were. I did appreciate. And I think this was carried over a little bit from more of a stylistic choice of the first one, but I enjoy any time anyone does the Evil Dead shots. I don't care. Like, you throw a fisheye camera and start moving it through shit. I'm like, do more of that. That looks
was
great.
literally footage from the first
Yeah,
one.
all of it?
Yeah.
Like, every bit of it that was done? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Every time they did it, it was just
Footage from the first one. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't want to give it points, because I was thinking that it was either A, footage, or, like, well, they did in the first one, we got to do it again.
It was weird because like that footage was from the first one. The shot of Angela coming down the hallway was from the first one, and the footage of the kid getting defenestrated out of the window, just the part of going through the window, was from the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The beforehand and the aftermath was from this, but just that one shot of person going through window was
So they
from the
literally didn't have the budget to throw a man through a window.
apparently. Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah,
They didn't have a stuntman to throw it through. a window.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give this one 3 jocks. Like I enjoyed this a lot more along the way. I could almost honestly go 4. It's strange. Like I can't explain it why sometimes I enjoy the setup as much as anything that's going to happen. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes like these movies I'm just like, shut up and get to what is going to happen because I don't care about any of you. Like I feel like the Pet Sematary remake was like that where I was like I don't care about any of the people in this movie. Just hurry up and like start
Hurry up and
murdering.
die.
Yeah, start murdering, get murdered by kids and
Put your kid
evil
in the
cats.
pet cemetery. Get on with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just saying. Like sometimes it's like a horror movie. I'm just like I am immediately not on board. This one I was. You know, I don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of entertaining to me because everyone's just that little bit not a normal person that it's entertaining me.
Yeah, these
enough.
kids were terrible, but they were terrible in an entertaining way,
Yeah.
not in a way like, oh my god, please fucking die. Just shut up and die.
like Scream knockoff movies. Like when they were all like, well, I think this is what made it work right, but they didn't know what made it work right. You know, it was
Yeah.
just kids like being kind of shitty and talking above their age and
Yeah.
not being funny. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll agree with you. 3 jocks. I think the things that make it for me are like the little kind of self-aware moments, like when the jock and his buddy are pretending to play basketball somewhere, and they are making, one of them is making jokes at the other's expense, like he doesn't even read, like he didn't steal your book, he doesn't even read, and the guy's like, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
like, actually goes, yeah, good point.
yeah, good point. It's
I
like,
don't read.
I don't read. It's like, yeah, okay. those little moments are entertaining to me. I don't like the whiplash of the going back and forth between places. I wish the finale of this movie had happened at the school. I felt like for a sequel, they set up a good reason to, let's revisit the first film and now take it in a new direction. But then that new direction said, nope, forget that. Let's go back to the old place. You could have done a Snake Lady at the school. You could have done that.
I figured when they went back to the school, I was like, okay, well, this is where the finale of the film is
Right.
going to take place. Like, they're going to go to the chapel, and then it's going to be a big thing
Yeah.
with the giant cross in the chapel.
It's basically
and-
it should be the Nightmare on Elm Street 2
Sure.
pool party.
Yes. And the thing is that the first movie had a bunch of kids go to this house and they all get killed. This one had that happen. They survived it, went back to school, but there's a larger amount of people there.
More kids to get
so
killed.
It's like the body
Yeah.
count should be higher here, and it just doesn't do that sequel thing. So I don't know, but I did like the Snake Lady at the end. I thought that was impressive. Had it been a weak special effect, I would have been like, "What the fuck is this?" But because they were like, "Hey, no, wait, we've got this cool snake effect here for some reason," it doesn't make any sense thematically, but whatever. I thought it was a good effect, and if they want to show it off, that's cool. And then, man, that CG snake at the end coming out of the lipstick, holy shit, it's so dumb and so good. So yeah, 3 jocks. I enjoyed it. I honestly don't know how to compare it to the first one because I kind of came away from the first one like, I don't really care for that, but it would have been fun with you guys because it was that kind of movie. Like the dialogue was all really like, man, you're all terrible, but I would laugh at you out loud if my friends were here. So I don't know. I kind of think they're both kind of the same for different reasons. The first one was a movie that didn't understand how movies work, and this one is a movie that understood how movies work, but forgot to do certain things that movies do. So,
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Well, that's Night of the Demons, too.
it sure is. Glad we got caught up.
Yeah.
11 years later.
Is there a Night of the Demons 3?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Well, we'll see you in 11 years, Night of the Demons 3. And 11 years after that, we'll see Night of the Demons 2 again.
We'll have to watch that from our floating podcast studio since the
Yeah.
polar ice caps will be melted.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're not
yes.
making 2032.
No way.
No way.
Yeah. Somebody get your water world shit ready.
Yeah.
I
I got a Mr. Coffee. Yeah,
You got that thing that turns the salt water, your pee into drinkable water?
Yeah,
That's-
Mr. Coffee, yeah.
Okay.
Can't piss into a Mr. Coffee and get taster's choice. Classic Dana Carvey, Ross Perot
Yeah.
sort of deal.
Sure.
Classic.
I didn't know if that was actually like the name of it in the movie. 'Cause
I don't
I
remember.
have not watched Waterworld in many years.
I just have that line stuck in my head since 1993 or whatever.
Walk box. Much
Other random like, yeah, strategic.
all our SNL knowledge comes from the debates.
Yeah.
Bipartisan shitfulness. 1,000 points of lack. Anyway, I just want to catch you guys up on some shit that's been going down in my world.
Oh.
Since I wasn't here last week,
Yeah.
I went ahead and watched Strike Commando.
Oh, good.
It was pretty good.
It wasn't it?
I'm really sad that I missed that with you guys.
It was a
but
good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm not gonna rate it since I wasn't here officially, but
Fair enough.
We're
I
just
res-
going to assume you rated it 5 jocks.
Yeah.
did you guys
because-
rate it 5 jocks?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Like
I don't listen to
instantly.
podcasts.
Yeah, it was like
like-
we opened with that.
I mean, it was just like he said, or one of us said 5 jocks, and we were all just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, no
Yeah.
reason to.
Yeah, there was no
dance around
debate
this.
whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, this is what we do.
Weird that movie has 4 acts, but
Yes.
it
That's why it's
I
great.
believe I said that as the 4th act was starting. I was
Right.
like, are we starting the 4th
yeah.
act?
Yeah.
Like 10 years later.
it does many a violence in all of those 4 acts. So, and yeah, the whole Dakota thing was. I was like, okay, well, he'll probably just like scream Dakota once, and that'll be great. That's what these guys are riffing on. Aren't
No.
those fellas? Oh my God, will he ever shut up about Dakota? Yeah,
Yeah. Glad you watched
so,
it.
Tons of fun. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Thanks for catching us up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Would you like to catch people up on how they can correspond with us?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay,
yes.
I'll do
sorry.
that.
Go to the website? I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't been
yeah.
here in a week. No.
That's what you do.
Hasn't changed.
Oh, okay.
It's still
okay,
up and
good.
running.
All right. BMFcast.com is the website. Email us at bmf@bmfcast.com. Or if you want to sort of talk at us, give us a call on the Garfield phone, 910-5JOCKS-BMF or 910-556-9263. And then, if you want to do the most honorable thing that you can do as a listener of the BMFcast, you can give us money at patreon.com/BMFcast. Throw in a little change in the bucket every month, and you can get some extra bonus podcasts, and we can keep the lights on and the studio running, and buy hard drives that aren't as noisy, and chairs that we can actually sit in.
Yeah.
Um,
We got new chairs.
Also, not to shame you, I mean, we very much appreciate those of us that donate to Patreon, but if you are financially unable to do so, we will take equal delight in you proselytizing. Like, go out and tell your friends, or go on iTunes and leave a review, or
Yeah.
Amazon, Spotify, anyone that lets you leave
Retweet when we
I don't think
post
we're on
about it.
Amazon yet. Actually, I got to talk to you about that. We got an invitation to get on Amazon's
We're
new.
on Amazon.
hell
We
yeah.
are? Okay. Well, we got an invitation to get into something else on Amazon. so-
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna
even
make a
if
little of this.
I don't know. Something about being an influencer or something. So it's probably
Oh,
bullshit.
finally,
Free
our time
movies.
has come.
Yeah.
Finally, a free movie.
We're gonna
Finally, my clout score pays off.
Yeah.
get free copies of Night of the Demons 2 every
I
week in our
kind of thought that
mailbox.
we might be able to work that out. Just be like, hey, we're going to review a movie. Give it to us. Yeah, like,
I like that. We
or
should
if
just
it's on
send that-
Amazon
yeah.
Prime, get
Give it to
sponsors.
us.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that Bezos money. He's
Yeah.
got money to spare.
He's got fucking space money.
Yeah.
Dick.
But yeah,
That's true fuck you money. When you have space money,
Yeah.
it's true like fuck you.
Yeah, when you're like, I'm getting divorced and leaving the fucking planet.
if you can
for
afford to
11
go to
whole
space
seconds.
after if you can afford to go to nearly space, because it doesn't fucking qualify, Jeff.
Oh, man. Our influencer deal is dead.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
He
with it.
doesn't work there.
Leica beat you, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. And Leica did the honorable thing and fucking died up there.
Jesus Christ.
Pussy.
Yeah, commit, Jeff. If you're gonna do this space shit, commit.
Look, I'm
Get
not-
up there, have a thing jump on your face, plant something in your gut that bursts out of your fucking chest, or you are just a pussy who doesn't commit.
Chest Bezos.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jeff.
I
What a disappointment you are, you fucking stupid billionaire.
while I would not
Fuck you.
not have not necessarily taken
I
some
yield my time.
Schadenfreude out of Jeff Bezos, frying across the atmosphere. I would have been very sad if Wally Funk and company had also gone. Like the other people on board, because there were cool people on there, I believe.
Yeah. But there was a part of me that was like,
Wasn't
man.
Wally Funk on that one, or was that somewhere else?
I was speaking directly to Jeff.
Oh, okay. You just wanted
Yeah.
just him to get it.
Yeah, oh yeah, just Jeff.
We
Yeah,
just
just
want
Jeff.
the hefe.
Okay.
Hashtag just Jeff.
Anyway. Anyway, yeah, Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
So-
or
My
leave
point
us-
was-
leave us a review.
Yeah, wherever you happen to
The point was.
enjoy our podcast, and if they have a review system, it doesn't cost anything. Take the time to do that. We also appreciate that. My point is that if you can't donate, though, we appreciate you donating. That's another thing that we
Right.
also greatly appreciate.
Exactly. Even if you can donate, also, spread the word around.
Yeah,
That- it
do
helps.
both.
Yeah.
Do everything.
Do
for
everything.
us.
Everything.
Yeah. Pay my bills.
But don't be ashamed if you don't got that cheddar.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Hey, man.
We still
know
love
how
it.
it goes.
We do.
Let's get out of here, shall we?
Okay.
I am Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ,
I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast out. See you next time.
Bye, Bezos.
Motherfucker.
There it is. All right.
Well, that was a podcast.
Man,
It always is.
have fun editing that one, Chuck.
Okay.
Chuck doesn't edit.
I do.
He's
I
gonna-
He
edit out
does,
my joke.
actually. He's edited stuff out.
He's going to.
I could tell.
That's for sure.
He edited out me yelling at the cat last week.
Well, yeah,
Why are you
because we
pointing at me?
stopped for an hour to yell at the cat. Like, hey, cat, you shut the
It wasn't
fuck
an
up."
hour.
I know. It was long enough to where the waveform went bad, and I was like, oh, no, what's happened here? Where did the
Well, yeah,
podcast
because
go?
I had to yell at the cat.
Because we, hey, cat.
Is that why you were pointing at me?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, I guess we need to do another X-Men podcast, don't we?
Yep.
People on Twitter have started saying something.
Hey, if you want to listen to that guy, if you want to let that guy dictate what you
Uh,
do,
That guy made one of our theme songs.
I'm just saying, if
So
you want
I
to
would
let
listen to
that
that
particular guy dictate what we
that
do.
that guy above most people deserves a damn podcast.
Just because the guy who made our music is like, hey guys, could you make one more podcast?
I mean, please and thank you. Hey, fuck you, guy.
Yeah.
You don't own me.
Thanks for the song. It's ours now.
Buzz off.
You can't use it anywhere because people are going, oh, no quarters, huh?
Oh, we're just going to pay you an exposure by exposing our ass and saying, kiss it.
Suck these cheeks.
The least we can do is give him a podcast about
I
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's first appearance.
I would if I could help.
because I don't remember shit about it. I tried to read my notes the other day and I was like, I don't.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. At
these
least
notes
it's
don't
quick
make
to
sense.
read. Yeah, at least it's quick to read it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, were you reading comic book or complaining about that?
No. I'm just.
Top 5,
No,
10 minutes?
No,
it was just like it was honestly like literally a month ago. I was like, all right, let's do this, Chuck. And then I was
and
like,
I did it. And
and Chuck did it, and I was like, life is bad, Chuck. I can't do it.
I was like, okay, these notes will make sense in the future. And then the notes just
Yeah.
say, the fucking danger room.
That was my Doctor Who once for whenever like we just kept stalling that one episode because I kept reading the notes and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I've seen this episode and this makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we need to do a Doctor Who episode sometime soon, too.
Well, let me tell you, friend. Next week,
Mm-hmm.
I am free all week.
Hey, so
Hot shit.
I will be here all week
sweet. Okay.
playing video games,
I mean, all right.
sleeping.
Oh, you don't mean here. I was like,
Well,
you can if you want.
If we wanted to do it live, fuck it. Yeah, get it all in before the fucking Delta variant takes hold.
Yeah, I'm going to get the United.
Are we still online?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I'm getting out of here.
Hey, guys.
And if you like
Have a good
bonus
night.
content,
There might be more.
do you like bonus content? Bonus content, you
Supposed to be
say?
going,
I wonder
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much-
Do it.
Totally.
Go,
Yeah, give me a.
I wonder how much that bonus content should cost.
Well, it's going to cost something.
I don't know what's happening.
I think you can take us off the air now.